Getting a roaring 20s vibe right now.
I know, right?
We need it.
We're doing sci-fi campaign, and here's Roaring Twenties music.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
That's what Exterminatus is for.
Deus Volt.
I mean, none of you are humans, so you're not going to be part of the Imperium.
I'm mostly humanoid.
Humanoid.
Mm-hmm. I look like a human.
Yeah, you'd probably be considered close to Necron, to be honest.
Yeah, it's true. Little do you know, I've got Mechanicus music going on in my headphones 24/7.
Oh, we know. We can hear it.
I personally prefer Sabaton.
Sometimes kind of cool, actually. I like them. I especially like that they do, like anytime they release a video, they'll also release a companion video that actually goes into the backstory kind of stuff for it.
Really?
For the end of the world spell, press Control, Alt, Delete.
Who was that?
As him.
My voice is so good, isn't it?
Did a pretty good impression there. That is the generic sorceress, though, not Jaina.
Alright, so I can't actually see what's on the stream right now. I think we're still starting up, are we? I'm on chat on my phone just so I can see people do influences and the like.
Looks like I've got...
No, the stream's up. So
Yeah, it's definitely up. I'm on.
Is the stream up?
showing a countdown.
Yep, no. Like I said, we're doing a countdown today. Oh, wow, that's a very nice little group picture.
I also invited a bunch of friends from another server, so hopefully they'll be able to...
Pellet blends
jump on and
in a little too well against Jaffer.
I kind of do, don't I?
We need to move him in front of the green shirt part.
Maybe.
Also, Jeffrey, what are you wearing in that picture?
It's old robe from... Yeah, originals I was actually Magic the Gathering.
Oh.
Actually, if you switched Pellet and the Professor, or Toby Kale might actually make it so that the star in Sneaky's hand shows up more too. Because that just gets lost in Jaffer's wings.
I need to request that Pellet is leaning on Benny, by the way.
He's leaning on his tail.
Oh. I was
He's
always
using his tail as a chair.
It's his third leg. Silence. Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah, this
you
is-
guys
this
were
is
asking
live.
about it, so I'm just pulling up my the art so I can show you on the thingo.
Hold on. The donation goal is get wet in low gravity.
Yep.
I like the sound of that.
Well, you guys were asking about what it was, and you guys suggested I try and have some fun with it. So
It definitely sounds like fun.
It's a water park. How
you
much?
guys
How
were
many?
asking about clothing?
How many
First.
blueprint points would it cost to include like a log ride?
Probably a lot.
Okay. What if we have it like like spread out throughout. It's not like one big open space, but it like goes through all the. Actually, that's the elevator. You have to go on the log run to go up and down decks.
I'm just gonna convert the the elevator system.
All of the
to a theme
hallways.
park.
Yeah. You know, like the the haunted elevator at like Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
the
know that
elevator. Yeah.
I hope everyone can swim.
I was thinking geez, did they change it again? Because it was Splash Mountain for a while, and then I think they changed it to like Star Command or something, or was that a rail shooter?
I don't remember.
At Disneyland?
Yeah,
No, it's still Splash Mountain there.
I think they were considering retooling Splash Mountain to use the Zootopia assets, maybe.
Interesting.
Kind of lame. Oh shit! I'm dropping my batteries. You see, I'm actually Ricky in real life. I have a bunch of batteries just on my desk.
Do you have a drone?
No, not that I'm aware of. I don't have any robots.
Not yet.
Not yet. In the future, I'm gonna transfer myself into a robot body, and then I will become Ricky.
A gleaming endowment.
Watch that phrasing, all right?
Did you really? Oh. You wanted it that bad that you paid for it.
We're off to a fantastic
To a
start.
screaming start.
You could have at least waited till like halfway through the stream to do that. See if somebody else.
Nope.
Wait, shit, dude, we're getting into microtransactions here. I don't know if I'm comfortable with this.
Listen, I pay to win.
Can we change it to a loot box? $6 for a chance. We get a duplicate. We get the same thing again, and then we get like 100 credits. That's it.
What is your
Split six
Twitch
times.
name, Gold King? Go
I
put a
think it's
message
Gold
in the Twitch.
Yeah, it says Gold King there, so
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily take into account his.
Maybe Mr. Big
Okay,
John?
you're Gold King 132.
132. Specific. Are you banning me?
Oh my, you better not.
No. Phone, why did you randomly decide to my audiobook?
And I see that my donation from the other night has been refunded. Can't imagine why.
What did you donate the other night?
I donated the entirety of the opening script from Skyrim.
Yes.
I remember that. I remember that now.
the worst part about that is the Skyrim opening is actually really good in VR because you can actually look around everywhere quite easily. It's actually quite nice. The first
I imagine you just instantly die if it glitches out and the carriage gets sent flying.
We did get the carriage running over a deer at one point, and it rolled the carriage on its side, and it kept getting dragged on its side.
Zim, I have a question. What is a sable crown? Because I only have kobold marks.
Sable crowns are the other currency that we have. They've replaced Z coins.
Oh.
Kobold crowns are Twitch points, and you can't get any. You can't get any of those from donating. They are strictly from participating and stuff. And apparently, a previous time that you donated, I gave it to Just Gold King without the numbers, so I moved those over to your actual account now.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm pretty freaking rich.
Well, you can use them to do influences outside of this game, of course.
All right, everyone. Hello! And
Hi.
welcome
Hi.
to the stream. I am Rozim, and this is Retrograde Renegades Starfinder. I will turn it over now to Mickey.
Oh god, he's not here.
Skip.
Well, fine. Pellet, you can go ahead and do the recap.
I could do the recap.
Yep.
I hadn't taken notes for it. I wasn't anticipating this.
Don't worry, no one ever is.
I usually pick somebody at random. But I guess
It's the
since
first
you're
session,
not
let's do
ready.
DM, have a DM do it.
All right.
To the GM.
Okay. So you guys met on a cruise ship. You did start off separately, however, due to unforeseen consequences, you all ended up in the same life raft when it was attacked, rammed, destroyed, warped, jumped twice, and then eventually now is crumbling in the atmosphere while you guys watch it from the window of your little escape pod, or life raft. And as you plummet towards the planet, some of you do actually think, how did I get myself here?
Oh, I know how I got myself here.
Little do we know, this is all just a prelude to the autobiography movie that Ricky will make after all this. This is going to be the point where like the record stops, and then the voiceover starts, and it's like,
Yep, that's me.
Dave,
How did
that's
I get
me.
here?
well, let's rewind a bit, and it goes back to like me as a child, and I'll be like, no, not that far, and then it'll keep going, and I'll just say, stop right there.
Easy there.
So
Krista.
here's how it started.
Yeah, shows the factory you were built in.
Yeah.
Alright, so as you all plummet down through the atmosphere, the life raft is shaking a bit more than you would expect it to be.
I'm just gonna hold on as hard as I can.
So you're either not 100% certain if maybe it wasn't up to code, or the atmosphere here is a bit different, but it's certainly shaking a lot more than what you've heard life rafts should be doing.
Yeah, it could have been damaged.
Yeah,
I've probably
Either that or
been-
we're overloading it.
I've probably been in pods like this before. Is this normal?
No, it's
Okay.
shaking more than normal.
Cool.
You also know these pods generally only hold 4 to 5 people.
And we've got what, like 6?
We have at least 4 to 5, maybe.
Well, there's 5 of us, plus
plus
the drone, plus the pet, plus the Skaven, and the
Plus the
body of
pet.
the other Skaven.
Oh yeah, we did take the Skathans.
Isoki. Isoki had females are out and about. Thank you.
They were actually Skaven pirates. They were part of the pirate clan Skaven.
Oh, that's right.
What did you think it was?
I mean, it doesn't help that I'm the Isoki aboard, I guess.
So, as you come down, can I please get a fortitude save for everyone?
Oh,
You could have phrased that so much better.
I would like to activate my Insta Win button.
I think you have that.
I think Ricky used that one.
Oh,
Constitution save.
Damn it, Ricky!
Fortitude.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is fortitude, reflex, and will, not
Hey, I got the first nat 20 of the campaign. Let's go, boys.
Fortitude. Fortitude.
Poor Eddie.
On the main
Just kinda
tab,
flat.
on the right.
Gotcha. I
you know.
found it. Even better.
You've got a minus. Wow.
All right, so the drone collides with the wall, making a nice little dent. The professor ends up getting squashed underneath Toby as it loses its grip. And when you finally all come to a shuddering stop, it's most of you are sitting there. The drone's a little dented, and the professor is just squished. No damage, but you're certainly stuck underneath Toby. That's stuck upside down.
Whoa, are you okay? And I rush over in the direction of him, but I just go right past and then like pry Eddie out of the wall.
Do you
Yes.
believe in maintenance?
There's a little bit of a scratch paintwork, but no serious damage.
There we go. We're all right. Everybody's all right.
All right, let's see where we touch down. He goes to get out
Alright.
of the raft.
You
Kick
pop
it down
open
the
the
road.
hatch,
Touch.
and
No,
you
no,
are
Smacked.
I need to state I do it with flair. I need to kick it open.
all right. You kick it open, and you find yourselves on a beach. About as far as you can see either direction, it's just beach all the way up and down.
Ah.
It's maybe a kilometer or two wide, and you can
Wow.
see rolling green hills. You've landed about 10 feet from the water.
Beautiful. We're in my preferred terrain. If we keep going this way, we'll eventually find a bar.
You'd like that.
I'd like to mutter under my breath. I hate sand.
Oh no, it's Anakin.
Gets in my joints.
He's already robot, so kind of.
Now, as,
that
based on
was
the
a
map
rough
information you had
landing.
Sorry.
For you, it was. Why do you keep that pet around?
He's a good boy. Most of the time.
I think
As
he kind of
it
killed
is.
the other one. Is kind of dead.
Kind of dead. I'm pretty sure it's really dead.
I was trying to be diplomatic.
What's diplomatic?
And now
about
we've got our
that?
first influence.
Hey.
Oh
That didn't
no.
take long.
Don't
okay.
forget you can do exclamation point influence to have a sound play for it. Otters.
But yeah, I can accept that one.
I have a really good feeling all of a sudden that if we actually keep going this way, we'll actually find a bar.
So, based on the map that the party had before they yeah, based on the map you guys had before you exited the ship, it looks like you're about underneath the S, about there on the pleasure beach.
Dead on target.
Can we not use the D word right now?
What D word? Dead?
And based on where you detected the energy signature that you think is something interesting down here, it's more to the west. Oh, not west, east, towards Sin.
Right.
Gotcha.
Oh my god, Sin is 100 miles away.
Now we're gonna have to start walking. Does anybody have a tent? Because I assume it gets dark.
There
You
is
know,
survival equipment in the raft.
Oh.
we should probably back up and introduce ourselves to the viewers.
That would be a wise
It's probably
decision.
a solid idea.
All right.
I
I'm
normally,
wasting
I completely spaced having us do that.
Spaced.
But
So
Tish.
we'll just start in the upper
Laugh.
with the left person there. So Simimi.
Hi. Samimi Void Cloak is an Isoki. She is very short. It's the leftmost person on the image too, although that's no longer there. And she is a oh wow, English ran away from me.
Get it back.
I'll chase it. Lots of robes and coats and cloaks and fun, colorful stuff. And currently, she has her communication device out and is repairing it with a spell. Because hooray, mystics.
The
Magic.
reason she's repairing it is when they were on the ship previously, it bullets. It did save her though.
Yeah.
The iPhone took a bullet.
Oh, wait, didn't that like tear that apart to get to the memory card?
Yes.
No, you said you were gonna, but we didn't have time for that.
All right.
All right,
Alright,
that would mean
Next on
Professor
the list
next.
is the professor.
Oh boy. If he does it in character, I'm gonna end it right now.
Yes, hello everyone.
And it,
Hello, I am Professor Xavier Thoriston von Eucalyptus. I am a engineer, a mechanic, and I'm also a professor of xenozoology, as well as a little bit of, veterinary work and especially biological augmentations. I collect animals and beasts from across the galaxy in order to study them, and might I mention, I've heard tell of a particular whale here on this planet that actually travels between the sea and space above. They've not been really seen very much, but they do tend to travel between the two, and it's believed
Actually
that...
talking direct. He's breaking the fourth wall in character. I just want everyone to realize that.
this is like reverse breaking the fourth wall, where like instead of, looking to the audience, you just turn back inwards to yourself.
It's believed that they are going to the to space
Yes, but what does
in
he look
order
like?
to. Yes. I am a Marsep. Kind of a Martin Raptor, a hybrid of various little other things. He's got crystal growths on his on his shoulder. That it's a trait of the where I come from. You see, it's all very interesting stories. You see, when we die.
Pellet.
Yeah, let's get, fucking move it. Jesus.
Pellet.
Save us.
Well, seeing as he's not available at the moment.
All right, Professor, you've had your turn.
I see.
Pellet.
I understand. Yes.
will
Yeah,
be
we can
time
go
for
ahead
that
and
later.
allow you to
There
go.
will be time
He's
for this
actually
later,
like
too.
refusing to give it up.
I will take the mic now. Thank you.
Here you go. He has the mic. He's got the talking stick.
So, Pellet. Pellet, nothing, just Pellet. Simply Pellet. He is a 6-foot something blue-tongued skink with a very aggressive disposition against firearm. Around himself, that is. He primarily uses blade, throwing stars, anything of the sort. Nothing explosive. And he
What's he look like?
originated as
Oh.
a... Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, what does he look like?
He is white, got a few blue stripes around, blue-tongued as the blue-tongued skinks are. Prefers non-restrictive clothing, tactical vest, cargo pants, nothing more. Well, boots. And he worked as security aboard the cruise liner that is no more. And that would be him.
All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that cruise liner is now all of those pretty things in the sky.
Falling, shooting stars and such. Which, by the way, are spy satellites. Don't look at them too hard. I'm Ricky. I'm a robot, about average humanoid height. Kind of look like a human, but I'm chromed. And I got a lot of like spikes on me. It looked pretty radical.
He really enjoys munching.
Give me the mic
on...
back. Give me the freaking mic back. Get out of here. I'm gonna mute your side of the interview, the microphone, okay? I run I'm a mechanic. I'm a hacker. I've got a drone. I shoot guns a lot. I love to do that. That's fun. I got some grenades.
You stay away from me.
Yeah. I got a radio show, interstellar radio show called Kickin' with Ricky, where we discuss the truth of the universe, conspiracies, which are not conspiracies; they're the real deal. And I'm kind of chasing a lead right now that could lead to something real big. Don't hold your breath. Actually, no, do hold your breath. It's all I can really say right now without giving away my secrets. Also, buy my merch. It's a coffee cup with my face on it.
That's it. It's just
In-universe merch, by the way.
Yeah.
Can we get some like out of universe merch? Like, I want this now. Zim, make it happen.
Oh, I could make it happen.
Oh, but his last name is Kix. So it's Ricky Kix, and Kix is spelled Kixx. I just want to make that clear.
Follow on Twitter, right?
That's what I would be doing as Benny takes the mic, but I wouldn't get through it all the way.
You say this as though we're holding an actual microphone.
Yeah, that's how
Why
I
not?
imagine what's happening.
Imagine
We'll
it's
leave
actually
it.
Eddie. Like Eddie's going from one of us to the other and interviewing us.
No, see, but Ricky wouldn't do that. Ricky only has the drone record him.
I'm always in frame.
So you gotta get weird angles of us.
Yeah.
All right.
Executive mentally.
So, hello everybody. My name is Benny Kingston. I am the star of the show, by the way, in case you were wondering.
Follow me on
As if the
Twitter
name wasn't
at the real actual underscore really Ricky.
Anywho, I'm kind of a big deal. I owned that yacht that kind of got destroyed because of these guys.
Did
sort
you,
of.
though?
Yeah.
Did you?
Basically, I'm kind of a big deal. My dad's
No, I
really rich.
believe it was really his
Listen,
father.
my dad
not
is
him.
Hey, he's got the
Rich.
talking stick.
I'm
He's
going
just-
to get you banned from Skritter.
Oh, really? Unfortunately, I don't believe that you have
Honey,
that power.
Yeah, I'm almost verified.
Honey, this story ain't about you, honey.
Actually, I'm pretty sure this story is all about Samimi over there.
I've got the camera facing me, and I'm
No.
doing the get a load of this guy cam.
Nah.
As Sumimi's phone.
Anywho,
again.
if you let me explain, jeez, I am a pretty cool playboy and like totally awesome racer. And because I kind of don't have a job because I don't need one because I'm awesome, I do everything. I do everything. There's nothing I don't do.
Including leaving ships behind.
Well, hold on. I turned that thing around and rammed it into the enemy ship, and then everything exploded. That's not my fault.
rammed into us, didn't they?
He's talking about the fighter he tried to steal.
No, I'm talking about the entire yacht.
By the way, where did the captain go?
Oh, he's dead.
He's probably
Like, everyone
Probably
on that
gone,
yacht is
100%.
dead. Just don't think about it. Like, take some good time.
Well, like, he disappeared before we got boarded, which is kind of weird.
He's dead. He's super dead. He's like ultra dead.
Reminder to the party, you got a missile into the ship before it raised its shields before you were boarded.
He is so dead. I'm pretty sure I saw his skull embedded into a plate of metal.
I don't think that's true. I don't
Oh,
think it would just be a
is
skull. It
that
would still like
actually,
have a lot of stuff attached to it.
Is that where Ricky got his skull?
No, Ricky already had his
Mine's
skull on
chrome,
the
yeah.
cruise.
Yeah, you just
before or
took
after we
his
blew up
skull and chrome plated it and just kind of just stuck the chrome on there and
Listen,
yeah, you can call it
Can't
good
be
right
walking-
from there.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, you're right. We need to get to Pleasure Beach, then go to Sin, and then we can have some good times and not worry about lots of people dying and giant ships crashing. It's just all gonna bring you down.
By the way, did you see him before or after we blew up the bridge?
Who?
The Captain Dead skull?
Oh, I never saw him.
You guys never
Wait.
saw the captain after the first meeting, so the entire fight with the big ship, you guys weren't there. Oh, he wasn't there.
Mhm.
The Dread Blight, that's what it was called.
But you know, I'm such a good pilot. I was able to like make us survive for a little while, and we're not dead. So you have me to thank for that.
No, we didn't crash into the planet. Well, we almost didn't crash into the planet.
There was a glitch in the navigation computer. Don't blame me.
I mean, don't blame me either.
Yeah.
a
Anyway,
great
look,
pilot.
I'm gonna cut off the recording.
I did the Kessel run in 11 parsecs. I'll let you know.
Cut that part out. I'll cut that reminder to myself. I stay into the camera. Cut that part out. Don't leave that in. I turn off the recording.
All
Well,
right,
I mean, if
so-
anyone finds that, they'll know what happened.
Yeah, you guys are at each other's
Thinking ahead.
throats.
No, listen. If you think we're all gonna die, you're wrong because you got me here, and I'm great.
I mean,
Oh.
what?
The professor's going to take a look around the area where we've landed.
I'm gonna start heading west because that's where the thing said we need to go. Let's go.
East.
What thing
East.
said we need to go there?
I'm sorry. Yes, east. That's like on
See,
the
I'm not
map.
the only one.
Was that in character?
What?
Why not?
You-
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Eddie give me an aerial view of the area because I can get him up to, I think it's 2,500 feet.
What's his movement speed?
Let's see, it's 40 or 30 times 6. That becomes 180. Sorry. Yeah, 30 times 6, 180 per round. And then I can make him move up to... I need to check real quick on the exact range, but it's pretty dang far.
You just go zooming.
Yeah, he goes.
It's 2,500. That's going to take you a good, 12, 15 seconds to get that high. That's not too bad.
2,500. That's, I mean, that's like 6 times 180, or 10 times 180. That's about a minute and a half. Sorry, because it's 180 feet per round.
All right. So
Rounds
as
in a
it
minute.
flies up,
Yeah.
you can see scattered along the beach other crashed parts. You don't know if, because of the range, you can't tell if they're escape pods, life rafts, debris. but it seems the beach has been peppered with
The various parts.
various parts,
All right.
all the way up and down. There are several bits still splashing into the water.
Okay. I'm gonna relinquish direct control, but I'm gonna tell his questionable judgment to just tell me if he sees anything that would indicate somebody's still alive, like a flare or like somebody shooting at him, stuff like that. But like to kind of follow us on the ground from that height.
All right. It immediately pings up that there are several things flying towards it, and when you look at the camera, they're birds.
Shit. How are we talking like giant seagulls about to eat them?
No, just like normal-sized seagulls.
Okay, I'll refine it to say humanoids.
All right. Well, we're not going to go hungry.
Yeah,
You
well, I
did
think
say
there's
anything
plenty of 'em.
alive.
I did say anything alive. That's my bad.
It gives up about 1 billion pings on the very ground surface.
Yeah, it looks at trees.
All right, but yes, in the life raft, you guys do find several survival supplies, ration meals, some pretty basic tents. You think the sleeping bags might be safe?
Okay.
I mean, it was on a Skaven ship.
Yeah, those
Wait,
are
I
good
thought
for
our life raft was from the cruise ship.
It was. No, it wasn't.
No.
It was from
No,
the
it was from the
main-
Skaven ship.
Yeah, remember we were on the bridge of the Skaven ship.
Right.
But everything on the Skaven ship was humanoid-sized. It wasn't Skaven-sized.
Yeah, we don't have any of the cruise ship left.
No, I think we still have half of it stuck in half of the pirate ship.
Which is currently burning up in the atmosphere.
All
I
of the
thought
cruise
it
ship was
vanished.
stuck in 2/3 of the pirate ship,
Yeah.
and it
Oh,
was on a
okay.
collision course with the planet.
So if we look up right about now,
Oh no, that's because it was faster than you because it had its engines running the whole time because you couldn't turn them off.
oh, do we know where it
Through
crashed?
Valhalla.
Approximately?
I don't think we can get anything out of it.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, if you can find the crash site, you might be able to get some stuff.
At this point, it'd probably be haunted, though.
Didn't we also, I mean, on the ship, we picked up signals of another abandoned ship here on the surface.
Yeah, that
Yes,
was towards the
that's what-
east.
Okay.
Yeah, and
We're
that's why you
seeing-
chose Pleasure Beach.
I picked Pleasure Beach because of the name.
You're guessing based on what was happening with the ship. It probably hasn't even landed on this continent.
Mhm.
Okay. Did it even land inland?
I'm gonna start
Probably.
walking.
I've
gonna
already
follow
been
them.
walking for a good while now. I'm looking for the
Okay.
bar. Like, I'm like at least 50 yards ahead of everyone else because I'm looking for the bar.
It's mostly empty beach with a couple of smoking trails in the distance. Yeah, as I said, it's about 100 miles or so.
Yep, I'm walking. Looking for a bar. Maybe some coconuts.
The professor is gonna load up as many of, or all of the, I assume he could probably load up all of the, survival supplies onto Toby's back.
Oh yeah, there's enough survival rations there to last 5 people a week.
So,
So it's not
with,
particularly great.
yeah, with our people, with our group, probably 5 days.
I mean, I don't have to
Toby's
eat.
got his,
And
oh
Toby
yeah,
has to
that's
eat.
true. Toby's
So,
got the
evens out.
Skaven corpse that he's more than happy to munch on. He's still carrying it in his mouth.
You
Yeah.
have an extra Skaven and an Asoki, which both of those are small creatures, so I don't know how that interacts with medium-sized creature rations.
About the same.
Well, keep in mind both Ricky and the drone don't need to eat, so that's 5 people if we count one of the Asoki or something.
So, what the
Which
GM
means we're
originally
just-
said.
Yeah. Well, we're still out. Yeah, we're still out Toby Kale. So
He's got a munchable body.
yeah, but that's like 2 meals tops.
We can ration it for Toby.
Good luck getting it off him to ration it.
If you would like to attempt that, you are more than welcome to.
No, I'm busy finding the bar. How many times do I have to tell you?
Who says there's even a bar anywhere nearby?
I have seen a million beaches, and I have seen at least 10 named Pleasure Beach. There's going to be a bar. We just need to walk by.
It's a sandbar.
This guy's got no idea how to survive.
It's a good thing the rest of us have some inclination.
As I should point out, survival is one of the few things I don't have ranks in.
Yes, we know.
Yes, you see, you actually,
Oh no.
have been handed everything hand and foot.
No, I'm pretty sure my hand and my feet are mine, thank you. Also, don't bring up my feet, or I swear I will cut you.
As long as it's a knife and not a gun.
I only have a gun right now.
I remember you shot it straight beside my head.
Well, it needed to die, okay? What do you want me to do? It was
I have
alerting
a
the enemies.
Alright, so as you guys do move up the beach, as I assume you move up,
Mhm.
you, after about...
No, we
probably around
are
20
actually moving it's to the side from the map point of view. Just you know,
Get
to the
semantic
east.
with me. Get out of here.
So after around only about half an hour or so of walking, you've moved a few miles up the beach and you come to the first chunk of debris. This one
Alright.
is very clearly debris.
Does it look radioactive? Can I
No,
feel warm?
It does radiate a bit of heat, but it did crash probably less than an hour ago. And you're also in a fairly humid and temperate climate.
I guess I'll check it out. I want to see what it is.
I keep walking. It's not a bar.
I mean,
Looks
it might
to
be the
be-
bar of the ship.
It's true.
I'm sorry, I don't think any drinks would have survived from that bar. And I'm being very generous.
This debris looks like it's mostly engine components from the cruise ship.
So that definitely means a cruise ship broke up. 100%.
I wonder if the drift drive is safe.
I don't have a job anymore.
That's okay.
You work for
A lot
me
of
now.
people don't have jobs.
Technically,
If you
I
wanna-
already worked for your dad.
So you work for me now. That's how this works. Come on.
If you want to try and see if there's anything worth salvaging, you can try a engineering check.
I don't think I'm gonna bother. I can't think of anything at the moment that would be man portable. That would be very useful.
All right.
As you'll notice, I also do not have any points in survival.
Actually, Pellet, now that I think about it, you're basically my bodyguard now. Get over here.
I think that applies to the entire group. Thank you.
No. Basically,
So the
applies
entire
only to
group
me.
is Benny's bodyguard.
Well, that too, yes.
I mean, that's how you'd think about it, wouldn't it?
I mean, so if it's the engine components, it might have like anti-grav in it, and if it has anti-grav in it, the anti-grav might be able to be used to make transporting stuff less heavy. Maybe? Question mark.
Are you telling me I don't have to walk?
That depends. Are you good at engineering?
Yes, actually. I've been fixing up ships since I was 10.
That's a ship piece. That's the ship piece that makes the ship go high.
Ah.
Well, part of
I-
the ship pieces that make the ship go, that make the ship fly.
All right, well, let's give it a look. He walks back the full 50 yards.
Right,
Attaboy.
make a mechanic roll.
Yeah.
Engineering,
okay.
you mean?
The
sorry,
professor
engineering. Okay.
will eagerly go at it, looking for anything.
Everyone has a rock solid engineering score. Holy frick.
I don't actually.
I can't even roll it.
Benny loves freaking spaceships, so of course he's gonna have huge engineering. He has
Alright.
he designed his spaceships personally.
You don't find much in the way of anti-grav tech, but you do find there is a water coolant tank inside. That's about 3/4 full of pure water, because water coolant uses very clean water.
Like there's nothing but water left, which is kind of boring. He just gets up and starts walking.
Water's important.
The stream.
I prefer vodka.
You won't prefer vodka in a day.
It just happened.
What is... One moment.
Okay, does anybody have anything we can
There
hold
we
this
go.
in?
With a bit of
Bottles or
effort, you could probably
containers?
just take the tank itself out.
Big is the tank?
I'd say it's probably around 5 feet by 8 feet.
Oh boy, that's gonna be heavy.
Hey, pellet.
Must I?
Water's
Well,
Actually,
important.
it's 3 dimensions. 5 feet by 5 feet by 8 feet.
Oh. That's gotta be at least like 3 tons.
Yeah, I'm not carrying that.
Have you
But
guys
it's
heard?
about 3/4 full of water, so
Have you guys heard of a little thing called wheels?
We could.
On sand?
Okay, treads.
I don't know about you. I don't have any treads just in my pockets right now.
How much daylight is there? And also, is there only one sun? One star?
there is only one sun. You'd estimate based on, the walk took about half an hour based on information on the planet. You've probably got a good 7 or 8 hours of sunlight. It appears you crashed mid-morning.
It'd be a waste to camp here then.
Plus, as far as I remember, those survival rations have enough moisture to keep average people going.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
So
Somebody
we
with
got a
a-
week to worry about it. You got a week.
Has anyone
Somebody with-
got any sort of container?
Well, I got some
Um,
hygiene kit.
I've got this canteen thing. Wait, this probably has booze in it. Does my canteen have booze?
Dehydrate. Doesn't that dehydrate you?
Does my canteen have booze in it?
Roll a percentile dice in the tower.
I do also have a canteen that
It's about
I can
90% full
fill.
of a clear, stinging liquid.
I did get vodka! And he just starts to drink some.
Oh, Christ. No chaser.
Completely
Nothing.
forgot to get canteen.
I don't think you understand how
Doesn't
much
that
of a
dehydrate
party
you, though?
boy Benny is.
I'm not
I asked
carrying
the
you when you're
roll-
hungover.
I asked the roll to see how full it was, and the percentage was the percentage of fullness, 93%.
Oh,
So yeah, he's got a lot of vodka there.
do you need help with that?
Up with what?
The vodka. We can
No,
use that
it's
to contain
mine.
the Water.
Actually,
How
probably.
dare you speak such blasphemy?
Does anyone else have
How
a
much do
container?
you all want to bet that this guy is going to be the first to die?
If I do my job, nobody will. But
Tell you what, I'll bet all of my money, which is a lot.
I don't think you have a lot of money.
are you losing it either way? No, you're losing it now.
If someone
How
else
fast?
dies, I'm getting really rich. I'm getting double rich.
Whose
The money belonging to your father is not your money.
Wrong? It's going to be mine?
But not yet. Right now, you're just as dirt poor as the rest of us.
I'm gonna
Okay,
keep walking.
Well, listen, if I die, take it up with my body. I'm taking you
gonna
on your bet,
grab
and
him
I'm
by the collar,
putting it all in.
drag him behind me.
Would travel clothing include a canteen? Because I know sometimes the outfits in Pathfinder did include knickknacks and assorted goods with them.
I'm willing to say that apart from
Hey, I bought
apart
a
from Benny.
canteen.
Yeah, apart from Benny, who filled his canteen with alcohol, the rest of you have canteens you can fill with water.
Jeez,
Yes,
thanks.
I'm gladly going to do that.
Make my money I spent worthless.
Okay, well Zim can have 2 canteens since he spent one extra on one.
One first bet.
Fine, I will
There you go.
accept this.
I've got a tiny hip flask just full of oil.
Pellet is gonna walk up to Ricky and hey, you want any?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good.
Nah, I insist.
So, I mean, I'll carry one of your canteens, or I'll carry water, but I'm not gonna drink any. So,
Fine.
Is somebody with a working communication device? Mark the spot in case we need to find more water and can't.
That is an excellent idea. I'll do so right now.
Benny's just walking down the beach drinking his canteen.
I'm gonna grab Benny by the collar, even as he's speaking, and just drag him behind me across my shoulder.
Hey, whoa, hey! What are you doing?
I know it seems like we've got a lot of time, but we don't know how far the walk is gonna be. Let's get going.
What? I was walking that way!
Well, consider this a ride.
Okay, fine. You know what? I'm fine with this. And he continues drinking.
Mimi gives the Skaven a look and then just decides against it, keeps walking.
Alright.
Pellet turns to the Skaven and
I'm gonna go ahead
points
and
a thumb
drink
backwards.
a full
Sorry.
20% of that canteen and then cap it.
That would definitely require a fortitude save. Jeez.
I'm okay with this.
Right.
That one might actually require a death save. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Go ahead, make the fort save.
And he's got a
Whee!
-1, so...
Alright, he
Uh-oh.
passes out.
Well, I was already holding
He
on to
takes
it, thank goodness.
He takes the drink. He doesn't even have time to recap it before he's out.
Quick, someone grab the flask.
Yes,
It's
that's
like
a
a
great
cat flask.
idea. The professor will pick it up and pour out the vodka to refill it with water.
Oh, he's not gonna like that. I say that to Professor.
Oh, I know,
He's
but
gonna be nuclear when he wakes up.
Someone
not
just
gonna
tell him
notice.
he drank it all.
yeah,
He's
we'll
not
just
gonna
tell him he drank it all, and it's better for all of us. It really is.
Samimi touches it, and now it tastes like vodka. He won't notice.
What?
Well,
It's gonna taste like weak vodka though.
aren't you clever?
Wow, this vodka's got no burn to it. Like, damn, it just went bad. What percent alcohol is this?
More than absolute zero?
I'm pretty sure it's 2 proof right now.
Maybe 0.2 proof. It's
sure there's some
purified
alcohol
water,
left in
so
there.
Yeah, it's
sure there's some
purified
alcohol left in the container.
water, but yeah, it would basically just, it's like 0.0002.
Well, you gotta remember there's some vodka residue in there.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
where you get the 0.0002 from.
because the purified water has absolutely zero.
And so, you know, it's just super diluted.
Fair enough.
Can I repair items on the move?
Yeah, I'm as traveling. I'm more than happy for you guys to be repairing items on the move. What are you repairing?
I'd like to turn to Void Cloak and just kind of hold my hand out and say, "Hey, could I take another look at the at your comm device real quick? I think I've had a blast of inspiration on how to fix it."
You're not gonna change my settings, are you?
No,
She says
I
change, though.
probably won't. Maybe the background. I don't know. We'll
Don't
figure that out.
don't look at the pictures on there either.
I won't. Hey, I'm not lying right
Their fault if they do.
The professor is, as we're walking, he's got his data pad out and he is kind of drawing a map out along the way.
All right.
Didn't we
I think that would probably fall under his skills as being a professor and stuff. Or actually, I guess survival would fit for it too.
didn't we
Well, you did manage to download the maps before you landed.
Oh, we
Yeah.
downloaded the map. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And he's just marking.
The map
Sorry.
Out.
Yeah, he's marking down the route as well as making notes of anything of interest that he sees
Like,
along
alright.
the way.
Personal one.
Yeah, so as you
I am rolling
spend the whole
terribly
day
tonight.
moving up the beach, you do pass multiple other crashed parts, most of it useless. However, the last day, or the last hours of sunlight on the first day, you've traveled maybe 40 miles or so. You've managed to keep up a fairly nice pace, a little bit slowed down due to the fact that you're checking out the crashed parts as you go. The last part actually has light coming from it.
Huh. Well, I think I got it repaired. I think I just need to charge it. So, hey, there's light there.
No.
And yes, the engineering at 23, you can repair most of the damage. The screen's still a bit cracked.
Okay.
Because you can't fix the glass.
Yeah, I need a new
But
screen for that.
You've got it
But
at
I-
least working.
Yeah. So yeah, I looked in the book and I needed to use some UPBs for that. So that's what I bought with some of the starting costs, because it's untraceable, and that's what he likes.
in general, it's also like I think the assumption is that about half of what you usually carry is going to be UPPs anyway. So it only really matters for long treks. It's just one of those things. Anyway.
Yeah. See what's up. Is
So
the
it's
drone pinging about anything?
No, the drone really hasn't pinged anything humanoid apart from you guys moving up the beach.
I'm assuming I had to like dismiss that notification like every 5 minutes.
Oh no, I'm assuming after the first one you said no, don't bother It's don't
Okay,
bother
okay.
tracking this group. If it's within
But
2
before
meters of me,
that,
don't
you
bother
know, it
tracking
was
Mhm.
before that, it was tracking all of us, and you'd get an individual ping for each of us, and
Emails.
Turn notifications off. But yes, so as you approach the last, probably the last piece you'll get to for the day, it's larger than all the other pieces so far. You can see light coming from inside, and what the hell? We'll make Benny make another fort save to see if he wakes up.
or if he gets poisoning.
Anybody have any smelling salts? Oh my god.
Okay, he's got poisoning.
It's actually Everclear.
At this point, Pellet is going to sling him over his shoulder and just have both arms free.
Fucking hell.
So, how much poisoning does he have at this point?
He's got mild alcohol poisoning.
Only mild?
Only mild.
He rolled a 0.
Yeah, if he'd rolled anything other than a 1, it wouldn't have been poisoning, it just would have still been unconsciousness.
Anybody a doctor? I don't think this is normal. Is that
Well, I do have
is that blood coming out of his nose?
So,
I
funny
do
story.
have skills as a veterinary.
Holy fuck.
Someone
Okay,
rolled
so-
that 20 but didn't go through.
Yeah, it.
What were you rolling?
I have a +4 in medicine.
So intelligent, as part of detect affliction, he's been poisoned. I can use a wisdom check to determine what the exact nature of that poisoning is.
I mean, that's just kind of a given.
The effects of the poisoning? It's slowly going to kill him until he makes a save.
Okay, cool.
Jaffer,
he's
by all means, feel free to kill him off.
During short rests, we can switch prepared spells, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If you want to see what the damage actually is, Benny has taken a point of constitution damage.
Oh no.
Yikes.
No, stop it, system.
-2, -2, -2.
Jesus Christ, he's actually just gonna die.
Sorry. No, he's not. What point is there in having a mystic if you can't cast healing spells?
I believe that the second level healing only heals hit points, not ability damage.
I mean, that's his
lesser-
lesser remove condition.
Can you link it?
You remove any one of the following conditions affecting the target: shaken, sickened, or staggered.
Yeah.
Is this kind of sickened?
If the condition is as a result of a disease or other ongoing effect, the spell removes the condition but does not cure the disease or ongoing effect.
Okay, so no.
So this means I don't have alcohol poisoning anymore, but I'm still gonna take the damage from alcohol poisoning.
No, it means that you don't feel sick from the alcohol poisoning. So in theory, I'd be willing to let that wake you up.
But you're still alcohol poisoned.
You're still alcohol poisoned and still taking damage.
So I just wake up and I'm like, oh hey, I feel fine.
Don't get used to that.
I told you I'm not carrying you.
Oh, well, I thought you were carrying me.
No, that's Pellet. I'm over here.
Oh, hi!
Are you?
See, I told you.
He's not fine.
No, he's not.
We need like a doctor. I think.
Very well. I suppose.
Does anyone have any pickle juice?
Pickle juice. What?
Pickle juice.
I'm not
Am I
using
u-
my healing serum.
Are my ears spinning?
It's more like a figure 8 right now.
Hmm.
And it's kind of both together, so I think it's just your head.
Yeah.
What? Oh.
So with those medicine rolls, you're pretty sure that lots of water and rest, and he should be right as ran in a day or two.
Oh boy.
Well, we've
Water.
just
So he's well. I mean, I guess we can get him to drink it with with it. Well, no, I'm in my regular voice, which is out of character. So
Yeah, we can tell him that the vodka got skunky, but he should definitely drink more.
They all hair of the dog.
What?
Hair of the Dog pub.
You haven't heard of hair of the dog?
No.
Hair of the dog that bit you. It's if you drink alcohol when you're hungover, it actually makes you feel better because your body goes back to digesting the easy to digest alcohol.
Yeah.
It just delays and makes worse the hangover.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's a great idea. I've been doing that for years.
Although, in fairness, usually because you are awake after the hair of the dog, you can start, eating and drinking other things that will help in addition to. So.
Oh yeah,
Kinda?
hair of the dog is a very alcoholic mindset.
Well, I'll definitely take it then, because I'm an alcoholic.
Alright. A pellet sets him down. He can walk. Kind of.
All right, if you do take a swig from your flask, make a perception check.
Okay. Can I choose to take it at disadvantage?
If you want to.
How do I select
unfortunately, that's not a thing in Starfinder.
Well,
I actually
too bad.
really like the advantage-disadvantage mechanic.
I mean, it's a pretty good one.
You know
There
what?
are a couple of systems that are similar in Starfinder, but
There, I take a 3.
all right. As
9.
far as you're aware, the vodka's just the same as before.
No, it's just shitty vodka. He drinks more.
So maybe sitting there with that expression like,
I mean, he doesn't have many taste buds left after what he's done. In fact, you'd think it's
Burned
good
away.
vodka because it doesn't burn.
Hey.
But yes, the last bit of a crashed ship is actually rather large. You'd guess it's maybe 40 feet square.
I'm gonna go up and see what's up.
You guys want me to fix something again? He says as he's probably like laying on the ground.
nope, just stay there.
Okay. Flops his head back down.
Alright, so there is light coming from the inside of it.
Wait, did we find the bar?
I'll tell you in a sec.
Okay.
And it's a solid light, so it's not flickering, so you're guessing it's not flame. You gonna poke your head in?
Heck yeah.
Alright. It appears to be the remnants of some quarters. You're not sure from which ship, whether or not it was the cruise ship or the pirate ship, but it appears to be bunker quarters.
It's not mine.
Nobody inside?
Nobody inside. There's a lamp, a portable lamp that is on the sort of been thrown against one of the corners that's actually still on.
Huh. I guess I'll take the portable lamp. You could use it during the night. Hey.
Just take the lamp.
What does the lamp say its charge is set to?
About
Kill.
90%.
Hey.
Where are they getting
It's-
power?
It's a stone little thing. It's the long life lamps. You would be able to know that these things are designed to last for months on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no more cases for dead batteries.
Also, it is a thing in Starfinder that anything that has a charge has a display to tell you how much charge is left.
Oh, I see.
Cool.
But yes. So,
Perfect.
as I said, it's a fairly large area. It's about 40 feet by 40 feet. Most of the inside of it is hollow, and it's look like a bunk quarters. It's all a bit crushed and a bit bent, but it's easily still large enough for you to stand inside.
Well, I guess we
This
found
could
our
work
first
as-
place to rest for the night.
Yes, some nice rest and relaxation, recovery, etc.
So did we find the bar?
No.
We found it.
We found the
You could-
bunk.
You could call it one.
It's got the right motivation and mindset. Everywhere's a bar.
Exactly.
I mean, I've got alcohol. He takes a swig.
You can, come in, I don't know what sort of like hermit crabs come up from the sand at night.
Pellet,
I
carry
don't know
me.
if I'd be out in the sand if I were you.
Pellet,
You are conscious, good sir.
but I liked you carrying me.
I'll drag you in if that's what you need.
Okay, that's close enough.
I sort of push him over, grab him by the feet, and drag him in.
Wait, why are you pushing me over? Just grab me by the foot and drag me in.
That's why I pushed you over, so I could do that.
But like, why do you need to push me over to do that? Just take my foot. I'm laying in the sand.
You're already laying?
Yes, I'm already laying down.
Then no need.
Alright, so can everyone make a perception check for me?
I'm gonna have Eddie
Well, that's
come
a
down
nat 20.
because his battery is probably low.
It's night. I'm a star shaman. What do you want? I can see everything.
Guys, calm down. We're wasting all the. No, stop! We just wasted 319s on a goddamn perception. Stop.
Alright, so looking around the room, you guys realize that this is one of the bunks from the pirate ship. Each of the 30-ish or so bunks here does have a small compartment at the end of it, almost like a lockbox for each.
Ugh.
And there is also a what looks to be a fridge or something of the like at the back.
Booze.
boy.
I instantly pull myself up to go to the fridge.
That wasn't hard.
The professor's gonna start going through them, see what he can find of use.
Alright.
What do I find in
So-
the fridge?
In the fridge, you find a number of broken bottles and
Oh,
more ration packs.
useless. Close the fridge. Gotta lay down in the nearest bed.
So, two
Pellet goes
questions.
over and collects the ration packs.
Number one, what is our prisoner friend's name? And two, is this his bunk?
Moment.
I think isn't this Skaven with us dead?
You
No,
have
we
two
got-
Skavens with you,
yeah,
one dead,
one-
one alive.
See, they'd both be alive, but Toby is a little too friendly.
Yeah.
Toby is
Actually,
gonna be eating his outside.
In fact,
Just
one
on
of
occasion,
one
he
of them
picks
was
it up and-
killed. One of them you guys shot. The one that Toby has, you guys killed.
Not you
Or was knocked
guys.
unconscious.
One particular person.
Hmm.
Toby.
He did try and attack the other one, though. All right,
Not
so
you
to be fair-
guys.
I stunned him. He's the one that died anyway.
the living Skaven with you, his name is Squeak.
Pella, didn't you like disembowel a guy?
I did.
That was cool. I take another swig.
All right.
And no,
did?
this isn't Squeak's bunk area. So, Zim, you were looking through the lockboxes. About half of
Yep.
them are locked. And I don't think you have any lock picking skills. With yourself?
No.
What is lockpick skill?
It would have to be sleight of hand. There's nothing else.
But
these
are they locked with
Yep.
like a padlock that I could break off, or is it an internal
more like
lock?
it's an internal lock with a key.
Okay, what do I find in the other ones?
All right, so you find approximately 1,000 or so credits among them all,
Ooh.
just in little cred sticks here and there. You find a lot of little knickknacks, a couple of shiny rocks, not gems, just shiny rocks. Most of it appears to just be knickknacks and loose credits. At least the ones you could open.
The professor's going to pocket the credits until Benny is plenty passed out, and then split it among the rest of us.
All right.
All right.
He doesn't need more money.
Wow, you people lived austere. Like, I'm
So how
kind of
many-
sad
wait,
for
how
you,
many-
Squeak.
That would be $250 for Samimi, the professor, Pellet, and Ricky each.
Gotcha.
So go ahead and add that to your sheets if you'd like. Now, does anyone have any ways of trying to pick open the locks, or are we going to be just getting Toby to try and rip the doors off?
I like
guess
that
I'll-
idea.
Actually,
I know
Just-
you like that idea, but
Would that be an engineering check? Or what would that be?
It would be a sleight of
Um,
hand, and you need to be
sleight of
trained
hand?
in
Yeah.
it.
Sleight of hand.
That ain't me.
Yeah, you have to be trained. Do we have anybody that's good at sleight of hand?
I have a red ring, or it's a red tab, but I do have +1 in it.
If it's a red box, then that means that you cannot use it. It's one
I-
that has to be used while you need training to use it.
Locks are gonna fuck us
no,
up.
okay, it is engineering. It's under disabled device.
That's
Oh, disabled device is actually under engineering now, is it?
so wait, what's the question?
That's disabled technological devices.
What is the question?
What we
How
would
to,
need to.
how to pick mechanical locks.
Okay, let me just look this up.
No, yeah, no, it's in there. It's like in the first sentence of disabled device subtask. You can use the engineering to disable a lock, a trap, or a mechanical or technological device.
Okay.
Benny has both sleight of hand and engineering. Just throwing it out there.
Yep.
Well, I'll let
Locks
Benny add. I'm fixing
require
this comm
engineering
device right
skills, so yeah, it would be. So the professor could easily, go through and
All right.
he's just gonna, use his omni rig and
Yep, just tink, 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 quite easily getting all but one box open. The
what do
other
I-
boxes contain. Give me a moment. So, just getting all of this together in a document.
Wow, that's kind of impressive, actually, that the last one was able to resist that.
That's a
I'll
big
get to
one.
the last one in a moment.
don't forget that you've got the party sheet up in the top right. The eye icon with 3 people on it. And then there's an inventory tab on that you can use to list like coins and credits and stuff.
Where's this? The eye
Upper
icon at
right,
the top.
the very upper right, it's got an eye and then 3 people.
Ah, yep.
It's called the party sheet.
Ah, drop PCs here to add to the party.
Yep. Just
Yeah.
drag and drop us in.
But don't add Benny just yet.
Yeah, because credits will add themselves automatically and spread themselves out.
Yeah, to
okay.
everybody on the sheet, so...
Alright, I won't add the pets then either.
Yeah. I mean, you can add them later, it's just don't add them yet, but add them later.
Alright,
And,
then...
So-
you know, the professor's splitting the money between everybody but Benny because he keeps bragging
and then
about
I go
how much money he's
inventory
got,
and
and
give
yeah.
1,000 credits.
So, should I not put it in my own sheet?
Oh no, if you already put it in, you're good.
Okay.
So how do I give the credits?
There should be a little button in the middle that's like an arrow pointing, or at least that's how it is on the D&D
it's-
side.
On the right tab, you go to inventory.
Yeah, he's on the
He's already there.
inventory.
Distribute assignments and coins.
Yeah.
We go to distribute. There we
So
go.
between them, we found another 1,000.
Yeah, I'll say you found another 1,000 among the other boxes.
Cool.
Benny. I'm just getting the rest of it. So you find another couple of lanterns.
So many.
These ones are off, fortunately. You find lots of clothing, all Asoki sized.
Seems right.
Let's see if I can just... So I drag items into the item part of the... loot,
Yeah,
do I?
you put it in the
Yeah.
parcel items, and then from there, the assignment, we can tell you what we want, or we can just drag it to our inventories. Later on, when we're not streaming, you can actually do... There's a way to set up actual parcels, so you can just have... Okay, this is everything in this, and then you drag that onto the party sheet, and it automatically puts everything in there. There's a lot of cool automation available.
Cool.
What kind of gem?
Low quality.
It's rose quartz.
No, this is actually a gem, but it's low quality.
The professor will pocket it. I mean, he is the one going through all the work.
Does anyone else see that?
The serum of healing, yeah, those would be nice.
Should I be adding the player book version or the DM version?
Probably
Are they
player book.
different?
Not that I can see different, but just because I got doubled up everything.
Then I don't think so.
Alright, and this is an amalgamation of everything you find.
Ooh. I'll take 50 of the small arm rounds.
Intoxicants? No.
Oh boy. I think that just means beer or something like that.
Yes.
The professor is going to lock those all back up, taking everything else out. Because we don't need those. And Benny's passed out, so you know.
Just who?
Said you.
This is your roll of 1.
And you
That-
said
that
you
roll of one was-
went. You said you flopped down and passed out again.
I didn't say I passed up. I did flop down in the nearest bed after seeing all the bottles broken.
You know, you haven't made him make another fortitude save in a bit.
No, not yet. I know exactly when it'll be coming.
Oh, joy.
All right. Well, we're camping here for the night. I suppose it's rather warm enough.
So one more item to drop into this current set, and then we'll get to the one you couldn't open. Just trying to pull it up.
Alright, does anybody else use small arm rounds?
I do.
I'll pocket that. Well, I know you do, but
I took 50 of them.
well, I'm
Benny
trying to
does.
find out if anybody else does. Otherwise, we'll just give you all of them.
Then he does.
I think everyone uses small arms at this point except for you, Zim.
Oh, really?
Small
I
arms.
don't have a small arm.
Yeah, Pellet doesn't.
rounds.
Samimi, I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think does. I think it's literally just me and Ricky.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes,
Pellet's
that's-
got melee weapons, and Samimi
All right.
has a
Well,
electric gun.
let me see how this works. Okay, that is going to be 1 by 1. So with things that have massive quantities like that, it's better if you just manually add those to your inventory, Dova.
okay.
Yeah,
So
I
you
already
get-
did.
Oh,
Are
no,
you
it's
giving me
good
half?
for you to list them. Yeah, we'll leave half of them for Benny.
Okay, I'll
Alright,
add those.
so I'll
then.
change the number there to 50.
Well, no,
Just say-
50 to 50 went to Ricky, 50 went to Benny.
Okay. So delete that
Yep.
one then. Alright. So that's all. That's what you managed to find in the just the remainder of the boxes.
The professor will reveal everything except for the gem. He's just like, it's not worth it much. So he just pockets it. And except for the alcohol, because, you know, that's the last thing we need when we're trying to survive. Then again, I guess we could make some Molotov cocktails.
We would never get the chance.
That's usually done with gasoline, also.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but it could probably work in a pinch.
Fair.
We could probably also use it to disinfect all of the clothes in here. Oh my goodness.
I mean, Samimi's the only one that could wear these clothes.
So
True.
what about a box that couldn't be opened?
Yes, we'll
Yes,
get
so
to
there's
that in a
one
bit.
box that you are unable to lockpick. No matter what happened, it just does not
Would
want to
not
open.
Ugh.
Well, for this stuff, well, Ricky's got a lantern, so I guess 1 lantern to each. So, guys, you can just go to the party sheet and click and drag the little arch onto your inventory to put it in there. Though the professor did already have a flashlight, but having a lantern can be helpful. As far as the serums go, definitely think one of them should go to Pellet.
All right.
I think it
Let's-
needs to be. I don't know that. I think that the serums need to be administered. I don't think that they are potions.
This vial of medical serum quickly sets bones and repairs other physical damage. It restores hit points when administered to a living creature. But, I mean, that doesn't exactly say that you can't just administer it to yourself.
No, the serums are the potions.
Yeah.
So in this universe.
It's just instead of a potion that you drink, it's probably a syringe that you inject. Probably right in the ass.
I'm gonna go for the arm.
So I guess, so yeah, one of them would go to Pellet. Does anybody else do melee aside from the professor?
I mean, I don't prefer to do melee, but I can. Also,
Well, I'm meaning regularly.
No.
Okay.
not, no.
So then the professor will take one of them, and I guess the last one we can give to Samimi.
I guess under the logic that you want the healer to be alived.
Yeah.
I'm all for that, personally. Don't know about you all.
Who didn't grab a lantern?
I didn't because I already have one.
Oh, okay.
I haven't yet because I have a lighter.
The professor will leave one next to Benny's passed out form. And then, like I said, the intoxicants, he just locks them back up into the chest. We don't need them. And then for the last one, so no matter what I do, I can't pick it open.
Yep, it does not appear to be pickable. You
Then-
think the lock has been damaged.
Then he's going to pull out his spear and try and pry it into the any gaps in there and just use it like a lever to pry it open.
All right, give me a strength check with an additional +4.
Oh, thank God. Oh, wrong button. There we go.
Nope, it doesn't budge. Whatever this is, it is a
Toby!
strong box.
Toby!
Quit shouting.
He's obviously calling in Toby.
Yep. So, as Toby is your pet, the same with the drone with Eddie, you play them. I'll only take control of them if
Well, yeah, I'm just saying.
I need to.
So does he get a +4 as well to the strength to try that?
No, because he's not trying to use the lever, because he's not. Actually, no, you gave him the grasping, so yes, he can get the +4.
Cool.
So you gave him the ability to the manipulation. It bends the metal a little bit, but unfortunately
Wait.
still doesn't open.
Hold on. Does anyone else see that Professor is Toby's picture and Toby is Professor's picture?
It's because
pretty
I
interesting.
had them, I had Toby's icon selected for, doing the first roll, and then I switched back to my character for the second roll, but it is their stats.
Okay.
We've all been bamboozled. The professor was the quadruped all
It
along.
was the pet all along. But no, you're still unable to pry it open. The metal bends a little bit, but you can see that whatever this is actually quite tough.
Now,
I would
go
like
ahead.
to take the battery out of my flashlight, and I'm going to use it to charge up the repaired comm device.
All right, give me an engineering on that.
Okay, you're not doing it on the... Okay.
No, I do not want to get into box. I also do not want to charge this phone.
Yeah, you now have an uncharged phone and an uncharged battery. You think you may have connected it wrong.
You're lucky it didn't explode.
It's not a Samsung.
Are you sure?
Since I've got 2 lanterns, the one that was already on and then one from the box, I'm going to use the one that was already on. I'm going to use that battery to charge the phone. The comm device, sorry.
Give me another engineering skill.
I believe in myself. I can manage to not fight. There we go.
All right, yes, you do. You realize what you did wrong the last time. you actually need to put the plugs onto the phone. You can't just sit there watching little lightning zap between them.
That was as cool as that was. It wasn't working.
Positive to positive, negative to ground.
I mean, cool guys will just connect directly to each one to jump their car. That's the alpha Chad way to do it.
See, they'll even go one step further and just hand to hand connect them. Don't even need a cord.
So yes, you've now managed to
Alright.
charge up the comm device. It is still a bit damaged and broken, but it works.
It's got a cracked screen. Whatever. I'll hand it back to Void Cloak.
There you go. It looks like every other phone in existence now.
It's my sister's phone. I swear to God.
Toby is going to continue
100% of the time, always.
trying to get it
Toby's
open. Is there enough of a gap that he could get his claws into it now?
Not really. It looks like whatever this is actually a fairly high-grade safe or lockbox.
I'll be right back since I suppose Benny's sleeping.
Well, he's still going to keep trying.
Yep. Give me either another strength roll, or you can make an attack roll with Toby if he's willing to just try and claw at it and break it, rather than trying to pry it open.
Do me a favor and put in chat if they wake Benny for any reason, but I'm just going to go ahead and just...
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, give me a percentage roll. Yeah, your spear's a bit bent.
Ooh.
Toby,
Now he can stab her
destroy
on
it.
corners.
So now he's going to attack it. Oh, for the love of all that is holy.
And his first swing takes out a little bit of the bulkhead, but misses the box. And now he hits the box.
Uh-huh.
And he scratches at it.
Does it open yet, or...?
No, you don't actually think his scratching at it will break it. I didn't realize his damage was so low. It's got damage reduction 10.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. The professor's gonna look around for something else that he could use to, pry it open.
You really want whatever's in this box now, don't
If
you?
anyone has a sort of crowbar,
He's got
take
I mean, you're talking about a guy that's got scientific curiosity all the time. On a lot of different things. So yes, he really wants to find out what's in there.
Alright,
So
you
anyone
hit
got
him
How do you
a
apply to
whole
magic?
crowbar?
No crowbars here.
Is there any,
He
any
tried with
debris
a
that I can use to lever it?
Well, he just tried to lever it with his spear and managed to bend the spear.
Well,
So-
he's not me.
That would be 4, 7, 8, 9 damage to the lid because force.
Yep, it still takes nothing. You're scorching the surface, but you're scorching the
Okay.
surface of it, but you're not really doing any significant damage.
Surely there are some metal bars on the beds that he could disassemble one of the beds to use that.
Yep.
Great. He's
No,
going to do
objects are
so.
not damaged. Never mind. Oops.
And oh right, I guess I should roll now. This is
Having
a
Toby do it again.
Yeah.
It still seems to be holding itself fairly tight.
Alright, I'll give it a shot.
Can we just take 20 on this? Because I'm going to keep going until I succeed.
If one of you takes 20, you still won't be able to get it open.
Wow.
You know, you could have said that
I've already
before.
just kind of sat myself in the corner and I'm just jamming.
There's nothing to say you can't have multiple people pushing together, though.
Hey, I'm back. What I miss?
Nothing.
Fine. Pellet, come help, please. You and Toby.
Yeah.
Can the two of them together taking 20 work?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try. Yep.
Sorry, I was didn't want to give away the just have multiple people.
Well, it's
So I
also a
apologize,
matter
that
of
was-
just wasting time.
Sorry.
I've
So
got
between the
something
two
in
of
my
you,
hand and I'm ready.
you managed to together as a sort of a group managed to pry it open. It looks like it's actually fairly deep, and you're only prying half of the door. Inside, you see a couple of weapons.
Interesting.
You find one of those.
Oh,
Oh.
The professor has a use for that with Toby. And he actually has proficiency with it, period.
need to have 2 weapon mounts for it, since it's two-handed.
Oh.
Yep.
And one of those.
I don't know that anybody is going to have proficiency with that, except maybe Pellet.
And there's no way I'm
Actually.
using that.
So you found a flamethrower and a sniper rifle inside.
Well, the
Hey, guys.
professor will go ahead and load those onto Toby. He's gonna try and fashion a backpack, or at least, some way to, tie it onto Toby's back. This along with everything else I've been putting on him.
Saddlebags.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
you can do saddlebags.
Is Benny an operative or a...
Benny's an operative.
Benny might have proficiency with that.
I do.
Hey.
Yes, but we don't know that, and he's passed out.
Yep.
I'll just write makeshift saddlebags.
Oh, yeah. And there is the other question. Do we trust Benny with a sniper rifle?
Absolutely not.
No, definitely not.
All right. So as the party settles in, you are able to make yourself semi-comfortable, even if it's like dragging multiple mattresses or beds. Yep. Sorry.
How many of those survival rations do we have now?
You have 10 total because you found an addition. Oh, sorry, 10 per person. Now.
So we got 10 days.
Yeah, 10 days worth. You found an additional 5 days worth.
Alright, so I'll just write 10 days for food for all.
Yeah.
Works for me.
And I'm guessing it's about to go down to 9 days because you guys are finishing this day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pellet is gonna drag a couple mattresses off a bunk because he's not fitting in that comfortably.
As I was saying, you can, even if it's dragging multiple mattresses together, there's enough here that you can all get fairly comfortable. And as you guys are starting to settle in, just as the sun is dipping down,
The
you
professor
hear...
will be taking the first shift.
Yep.
Watching out the little entrance or whatever on this shelter.
So before you all do go to sleep, you hear, was it loud? Very loud. It seems to carry a long way. Whale song coming out from over the ocean.
Pellet goes and takes a look at the entrance.
The professor is very interested.
It's a small pod of maybe 6 or 7 whales that are just sort of floating across the sky.
I'd like to kick Eddie, just like kind of gently, and tell him, "Hey, wake up, get on that camera, come on, chop."
Wait, are people
And,
awake? What's going on?
And as they sort of just float and fly along, you see two of them hit their tails together. And after about good 3 or 4 seconds, you then hear this shockwave, like a thunderclap, roll over you.
So there is an expression that I used when describing the character to the artist. Is this a space butterfly? And Samimi has that expression right now. Just absolute awe and wonder.
So they probably spend a good 45 minutes just floating across the sky. They appear to be getting higher and higher. And every few minutes or so, they'll do the two of them will do a tail slap back and forth. And the delay between seeing it happen and the thundercrack rolling over you does seem to be getting longer and longer as they just slowly float away out of the atmosphere.
That was pretty
Pat
crazy.
on the head.
The professor was, basically anytime something like this happens, he's got his data pad out, filming it.
Oh yeah.
Just right away.
Samimi's
You've heard of them, and you've heard of their behavior to slap tails. You didn't quite realize it was that strong, though.
Is this
Very
waking
nice.
us up?
Every couple of minutes, you're getting a thunderclap in the equivalent of sound. So, if you were asleep, yes, it would be waking you up.
Come look at this.
Benny would be like walking out, probably with a headache, just rubbing his eyes, just like looking up.
And at this
Oh, it's
point,
the
can
stuff-
Benny make another fort save?
There you go, bud.
Hey, you are no longer alcohol poisoned. Your
But
body has
shouldn't that
managed
be at a
to,
-2?
No,
I
that's
know,
my
I-
constitution.
That's yeah.
Actually, I
Constitution
modified his stats directly, so
Yeah. No, it's apparently Constitution doesn't directly hit my Fortitude. Either way, though, even if it's a -2, that's still a 17. I think I make it.
What do you think? Gonna shoot those two?
I don't think we can reach him.
Why
I mean,
would
that
you
like
want
sniper
to?
rifle might be able to.
It's the stupid whales he talked about.
Yes, they actually go to space in order
No!
to absorb the some of the.
Stop talking.
He has first watch. Let's leave him to it.
Yeah, that's
They actually
turn
go
my music
to
up all the way as I go to sleep.
space in
goes,
order to
like-
absorb gases from a
Pellet
nebula,
walks
and
to the farthest point in the shelter away from the professor.
hey, his droning on would help you fall asleep.
Benny goes back to sleep.
It would also draw attention to anyone coming near who you're supposed to be keeping an eye out for. And you wouldn't be able to tell.
If there's someone here, they're going to be a park attendant. It will be fine.
Jeez.
Samimi's gonna clamber on top of the shelter as best as she can and just watch things. Because stars. And star whales. And some things just have to be experienced.
well, out of character, you can all thank otters for the star whales.
Thank you.
Oh, is that the influence?
Yeah.
Nice.
My hamster is
All
getting
right.
antsy. If we
Oh,
be
no.
adventurers, let us adventure.
Oh, it was just him doing it.
Oh,
There wasn't new influence, no need to panic.
Influence everyone panic.
I mean, at this point, we are only allowing up to moderate, so, you know, nothing terrible will happen.
That's not true. Moderate can still be terrible. I could lose more alcohol.
True. True.
I don't know that we've got more alcohol for you to lose.
You know,
At this
actually, thinking about it, while everybody's sleeping, the professor will go in and open up those boxes that had the intoxicants and empty them out. Because those bottles would be useful for water later on.
All right.
He spends the entire night going back to the place to get water, gets water, comes back.
No.
No,
Just
so
if we come across some
most
later.
of the days, it'd be most of the day's walk to go back. So
Yeah.
And actually, since it's only minor and we may wind up having, you know, having to grab water from like a stream or something, he'll leave like a quarter of the alcohol in, but mostly for the sake of, you know, sanitizing the,
all right.
yeah.
Actually, it might be better to keep one bottle just in case we need to make a peace offering.
Alright, we'll keep one bottle for peace. He is making sure, first off, everything in these saddlebags is completely, well, hidden from view, but especially these. Because he does not
Also,
want
the reason
Benny to
they
find out.
survived, they're not glass bottles.
How are you hiding a sniper rifle well?
Well,
Yeah,
the
long
I'm willing to
along
say
the side.
I'm willing to say the sniper and the flamethrower are at least visible, but
Yeah.
you can't just grab them. They're sort of tucked at the bottom. But yes, it's
actually
a bulky item like that is hard to hide. But the alcohol, no, you have no idea the alcohol is there.
he'll put the actual alcohol into his backpack, and then I'll just grab the other 3 and put them on Toby Kale, and just mark that they're only a quarter.
All right. The first watch passes smoothly. A little bit of cleaning up that you did. And
Are there...
watch.
Sorry to interrupt again. Are there any bottles that are salvageable from the fridge?
None of the bottles from the fridge were salvageable. They were actually glass alcohol bottles, good quality ones.
Okay.
Whereas what you've got here is the minor intoxicant were more like the hip flasks of some of the crew.
Okay.
So they survived better because they were metal.
Do the Skaven have good alcohol? Suppose we won't really know.
Depends on what you consider good. By Skaven standards, it was decent. By Benny standards, it's probably worse than piss.
You're right.
Okay,
Yeah, but if he gets
Unless-
desperate enough, you know.
Pellet
Where's
is
the
gonna-
rum gone?
But yes, watch 1 passes uneventfully. Who do you wake up for watch 2?
Well, since nobody volunteered, he'll go and wake up Pellet.
Alright. Pellet doesn't even need an explanation, he just nods and heads out. Is Mimi still up there?
Yes, but thoroughly passed out at this point.
Okay, he checks on her, and yeah, nothing wrong there. And
I think Smini, if I'm correct here on this one, your character always likes to fall asleep in sight of the stars.
It is a thing. It's not a thing that I have mentioned, but she is a star shaman. She is a worshiper of Desna. She is not clergy, but she is close.
okay. He'll probably pick up on that very quickly. Anyway, yeah, making sure she's fine and
In this case, she just
standing watch.
forgot more than anything. But yeah, she's out like a light.
Yeah. Pellet is just pacing back and forth in the sand.
All right. A moment.
Oh, we
Alright.
now.
That second shift passes very uneventfully. It's quiet out. You can hear just the lapping of the waves, a little bit of the sound of some night animals around, but nothing comes anywhere close to the recent addition to the beach that you all stay in. And yeah, it's pretty quiet.
Wonderful. Are there only 2 watches or 3?
I generally run 3 watches.
Alright. In that case, check the time. More time passes. Check the time. Head into wake Ricky.
What?
Does
Hey,
Ricky
you're up.
sleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I'm
got
just kind of
third.
sitting cross-legged with my headphones turned up to max. Oh, I gotta. Okay, I'll. So like I wake everybody up if something. How about I just like shoot? I mean, if I shoot whatever, if something bad comes, I think that'll wake everyone.
But would we know? Would we know it's you?
I don't know. I'll figure it out if it happens. We'll cross that bridge when I come to it.
If it doesn't know you're there, don't shoot it.
Okay. I'm really good at judging intentions. Yeah, you gotta get good at that, you know.
Oh no,
for-
no, we're
for
doomed.
radio.
We're gonna die.
Gotta be
That's
gotta be ready with that sensor button, you know.
This is
Same thing.
Pellet rolls his eyes, but
the
Yeah, he-
crackhead with the conspiracy theories.
he's tired. It's third shift. Yeah. Pellet just heads on to bed. Oh, dreading nothing bad happens.
In that case, can Ricky give us a perception check?
No, Ricky, no.
Absolutely. I can definitely do that.
Ricky, those aren't swamp people.
Mm.
That's not Bigfoot, Ricky.
The night passes fairly calmly. You don't see anything.
That's the problem. It's too quiet.
Ricky, no, they're not bugging you.
They were in the trees.
Charlie in the bushes.
How much noise? How much paranoid ranting is Ricky doing? Actually,
I'm not doing any of it out loud.
Oh,
don't have-
you've
we
got a
don't have to-
subroutine
It's all in my head.
dedicated- yeah, okay, so you've got sub routines dedicated to it. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
We're trying to get to the ship.
Actually, you know, like the whole saying, you use only 10% of your brain. Well, 90% of my processing power just goes to conspiracy theories.
So like
Yeah.
Reddit, got it.
Yeah.
Alright, so the night does pass uneventfully. Ricky was maybe a little jumpy, but he didn't see anything.
I'd like to almost shoot something twice. Not actually shooting it, though.
And morning comes. So what does the party do in the morning?
Very impatiently wait for everyone to wake up.
I sleep.
I interrupt Benny's sleep.
Oh.
It took you long enough.
We found something on the scanner. I think it might be a bar.
What? He instantly gets up.
Wait, really?
No.
Oh. Why'd you just lie like that?
Yeah, dude, that's not cool.
Means to an end.
He needed to get you up because you just refused. I support it.
I mean, I could intimidate, but that's not going to help the party.
You know I don't find you intimidating.
Let's go.
You don't yet.
We're getting cabin fever. We've been here for a single day and we're already going insane.
Oh, you were insane.
No. I see the truth. I'm gonna leave.
All right.
The professor will head out as well. He set he set some subroutines in Toby's AI to wake him at the right time.
So your alarm clock is Toby just bapping you on the forehead, is it?
Licking usually, but yeah.
So what's that for, Benny?
Is that a sniper rifle?
Oh yeah, I
don't
mentioned
like
it last night, but I don't think you picked up on it.
No, it's not.
No, that's totally a sniper rifle.
Do you have any rounds for it though?
Where did we get it?
Out of the locker.
I look around for the locker. I go to the locker. I go to check for rounds for the weapon.
Nope. No ammunition in the locker. It's just 2 weapons.
Check if it's actually loaded.
Nope,
By the way,
it's not
unsafe
loaded.
handling if it is.
No, they were both unloaded and there was no ammo in the safe.
Oh, okay.
God damn it. Hold on, where is the gun? Oh, is Toby not part of the party? Yeah, he's not, that's why.
Yeah, because if I had the pets, then when we split credits,
Yeah.
it messes up.
Yeah, but you can just right click and remove them.
Yeah. Because that way we can see what gear they have in the party inventory.
Oh, okay.
There's various reasons for everything. It's
Alright,
all
so
big.
are we heading towards Sin?
Yes. I'm always headed towards Sin.
Let's get a move on.
We outie.
Benny starts the day by opening his canteen and taking a swig.
Alright,
long
make
did
a
you-
perception roll.
How long do the spell effects last?
Not very long.
Perception roll.
So the spell only would have lasted an hour. Because it's a token spell. Unless some of you found reasons and ways to touch it every hour.
No, it's, Benny, it's not alcohol. It's water. Just plain old boring water.
The fuck? What the? What?
Huh?
out of your shot.
The
I'm
professor's
out.
just gonna keep, head out.
But he just kind of like glances up and just like starts slowly pointing a finger around. Who messed with my fucking booze?
You drank it all last night.
No, this was still full. This is not
None of us
booze.
touched it after you fell asleep.
Yeah, I was on
sense
second
motive.
watch. Nothing happened.
Sense motive.
He's telling the truth.
Yeah, he is.
He's actually telling the truth in this case.
Okay.
You could use a detect truth spell, and he's telling the truth. Nobody touched it after you fell asleep.
just like he like that open mouth, doesn't know what to say. He's just like just generally pissed off. And then like he takes the canteen and just empties it onto the ground.
Hey,
Closes it.
Our illustrious champion
Starts walking.
returns. Welcome home.
well, don't come complaining in, a couple of hours when you're thirsty.
Well, I would have had vodka. He just grumbles and keeps walking.
All right, it's mostly
It's
uneventful.
all right.
Pass.
We've given you some water instead. It's much better for you.
I literally just dumped it out in case you weren't looking. I don't want your water. Water is weak stuff.
Well, at least he's going to die of dehydration. Of course, he'd die of dehydration if he just drank booze the entire time anyways, but that's, beside the point.
Alright, so as you move up the beach, you do find more bits of debris. Nothing particularly interesting. After about 4 or 5 hours, maybe, everyone make a perception roll in the tower.
In the
Perception in the tower.
Fancy, fancy.
The suspense is killing me.
Incidentally, how is the planet's infocom sphere? Are we getting signal?
Not really.
Pretty sure it's
You
not
might
existent yet.
occasionally get some signal running in and out.
My Scritter followers are not going to be happy with me not posting for like a day.
They wouldn't be happy with you posting for like a minute.
Yeah,
Wow.
a day is just huge.
Like you're gonna have to run some serious PR after this.
Yeah,
There's
all
already
three of them are gonna be
theories that
pests.
you're dead.
yeah, already.
At least 20.
They've already held a memorial ceremony.
So let me put it this way. Between Ricky, Benny, Eddie, and Pellet, you didn't roll a 10. Together.
Oh my goodness, and Eddie's got the huge
Just so
bonus,
you
dude.
know, Jaffer, in case you didn't, you can actually click and drag those back onto the chat to show us.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to show us.
Wait, does that mean we all rolled nat ones?
I like to be arguing about how most music companies actually include subliminal messages to buy more of their music. That's what I'm arguing about with for most of that time.
So the professor by himself rolled more than the rest of you. I'm gonna show the successes.
Naturally, yes.
Even with your bonuses, no one else even got 20. Hell, with your bonuses, only one other person reached 10.
That's probably me.
No, Void Cloak has a +9, so...
Oh, God.
I knew that was me. I guess.
Alright, so the professor and Toby actually both notice almost a mile up the beach, as in north from where you are, appear on the actual soil. There appears to be the ruins of a building.
Actually, I wouldn't see it. Never mind. I'm not hung.
What are you going on about, Ricky?
I'm saying, look, listen to what I'm saying. All right, I've been explaining to you for an hour. Think about it. Last time you bought a music album, I bet you wanted to buy something else from the same artist, right? Bet you wanted to buy another album.
Yes, because I liked that artist.
Are you sure?
Yeah? If I wanted to buy that artist to begin with, why wouldn't I want to buy more from that artist?
I'm saying they got you. They've got you hook, line, and sinker. You know that subliminal messaging is already like burned into your mind, and you're gonna be buying music until the day you die.
I was
First
already
off,
planning on buying music.
I already own a
I
few
mean,
record
you've
companies.
listened to a public radio station, right? Like or like heard an ad, like on like a bus or something.
I
I
kind of
mean, they're
like.
there too.
You use buses?
I mean,
The bit-
I do.
Ah!
Most of the public does.
Why?
I know you're rich,
This
so I mean,
guy
you probably
is
listen to
really
music at
not
some
going
point.
to survive out here.
Just buy a car.
He already poured out his water. We knew he was gonna. He's
So
gonna be
what did I
strong.
see?
It looks to be the ruins of a building about a mile inland.
Hmm.
The professor's going to steer the party towards that.
Yeah,
All right. The
I like that idea.
professor starts pushing everyone more inland.
We're
So at this
moving away
point,
from the beach.
Sin is almost direct east of you, and he's trying to push you north.
Where are we going?
I thought we were going to the big building,
There's a building over here.
or the big city.
Oh, it's the bar.
It could be.
Possibly.
We'll find
I
out.
suppose. Yeah, we'll find
I
out.
start running towards it. Why would they build it so far from the beach?
It's a mile. You're gonna run a mile.
Yeah, no, Benny is straight up for it.
Okay, give me a Constitution roll. Constitution, not Fortitude.
Okay. Guess what? Same roll. Benny gets winded instantly.
Yeah, you make it about a couple of 100 feet, and
Yeah.
then you have to stop and breathe.
Telepathically, specifically to Pellet, he gets the message, I am so sorry.
Pellet! Pellet, carry me!
Pellet merely gives a knowing look to Samimi, but yeah, that's it. Pellet slowly walks at the party's pace.
Maybe we should just leave him be here. You know, he's just gonna
Professor,
slow
I'm
us
sure
down.
He'd say, Professor, I'm sure he'd say the same about you. Let's not.
Yes, but I can at least
We need-
walk.
Oh, he can
We
walk.
need-
He just can't run.
His dad's influence to get off the planet.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna quite say that, but yes.
So after about only 2-3 minutes of walking, you come across what looks to be an old road that seems to be heading directly to that building.
Well, do you think anyone still travels this road?
It's fairly overgrown, but I mean, there's only so much overgrowth a bitumen or asphalt road. There's only so much overgrowth.
Any
can
signs of
get in
travel?
on that. Not that you can see.
No, it doesn't look like anyone's been here on this road in quite a long time.
I think it'd be rather safe then. I don't know what sort of dangers are here, but there've got to be some. It's strange.
Think we're losing you, Pellet.
Yeah, you broke up.
He's saying his everything's messed up. We changed
Have
to a
you-
different server, maybe. Voice, that is.
What?
Already on
Boy,
it.
Have you been following my messages in the channel?
Yeah,
Hi. I can hear you.
connection
Hello?
issues. So I think we're just changing to.
yeah, it's.
Yeah, I changed
hear me
our
now?
server.
Yeah, I can
Alright.
hear you.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah.
Checking in.
Have you been following my messages in the channel?
What
Yes.
messages?
The messages in our Discord channel.
That say he
I've
had
been having
sending
connection
problems
problem.
with connections. Yeah.
Oh! Somehow those did not pop up as odd. Okay.
I think Discord changed the way the streaming functions in the last update. Like when you go into streamer mode, Discord gets a little bit more quiet now.
Well, I mean, it usually still
Can
has a notification.
if you have advice on how to solve this, can you type it out just so I don't miss it?
I don't have any
I
advice.
don't think we have a solution.
Yeah, not really, no.
It
Short
usually
of
happens
the-
if I tab out.
What were we talking
Short of
about?
the usual, making sure you don't have Steam trying to trick you into making an update or anything.
Right. I may not have fully closed it down. Let me find out.
Alright, so while we're having technical difficulties on that front, you guys can move along the road. Your pace obviously improves a little bit with the with the road's surface being nice and even.
I shake a
Yeah.
good amount of sand out of my feet.
Actually, would this
It-
be a good point to try a culture roll to see if I can remember hearing about anything bad enough to cause a road to stop being used on this planet?
Well, we
I'll go
already know that this planet was, what was it? Like, basically blown
It-
up?
It's had 2 apocalypses.
Yeah, I think an apocalypse would be of, damage enough to make people stop using the, base roads. Just maybe. Like, there's like a 10% chance.
So you're pretty sure that the roads haven't been used because of an apocalypse.
Okay, that's fair. I'm pretty
That's
sure I
right.
would stop using the roads during an apocalypse myself. I mean, take a look outside.
Nah, I gotta maintain traffic laws,
Are we looking both ways before we cross this empty apocalyptic street?
Benny is going to.
You're walking down it.
Come now, we're walking alongside the road against the flow of traffic, as is regulated by standards.
Okay, so which way does traffic go on this continental country? Is it on the left side of the road or the right side of the road?
Well, clearly.
Oh,
the,
no.
national standard-
Instead, the cars just kind of drive sideways. So, they're long ways across the road, but the wheels are just driving them,
Yeah, east-west traffic goes a layer above the west-east traffic, and north-south traffic goes a layer above the south-to-north traffic.
I mean, we're assuming that the traffic laws are kind of based on third dimensional movement. So, I mean, you can kind of just go.
we're basing it
betwixt.
on two-dimensional movement. But
Okay,
Two and a half.
guys.
Why would they build a
guys,
road if
we're-
they had
We're
flying cars?
spending too much
True.
time
Yeah, let's-
talking about a traffic system that doesn't exist. Let's move on.
It's no. Let's keep going.
I think I'm back for good. We'll see.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so it probably only takes about 10 minutes or so to get within a easy visual range of the building. It's relatively large, looks like it was a 4 or 5 story building before things started breaking. Looks to be one half of it appears to have just been crushed. You can see something, you're not 100% certain what it is, sticking out of the ground on that side of it. And the rest of the building seems to be mostly intact. Concrete, empty windows, that sort of thing.
Give him the scope from that rifle and see if he can see anything.
Who?
You.
Me? Oh, yeah, I could definitely scope in on that.
Don't give him the rifle, just the scope.
Can do you guys know how to detach a scope from a rifle?
Yes.
I mean, I can, but it's not going to be zeroed anymore.
You're right.
If we find long arm rounds, then,
I'm going
rather
to
be able to use it.
Yeah, no, don't take it off of the sniper, because then we will have to re-sight it in. It's not going to be sighted in anymore.
Mhm.
I'm going to have to readjust it, and then we're
Why
going
don't
to
you
have
just
to wait
look through the scope with
What?
just
Yeah.
on the right?
The professor will pull it off and look through it
No,
himself.
why? What are you doing?
No, pull the rifle off of Toby. And look
okay.
through it with it still attached.
What was that in the chat? They just had a bunch of stuff rolled in the tower by
Saw that.
ZIRRC.
IRRC?
ZIRRC. Zer.
Huh.
I'm
Click
looking
and
at this
drag
now.
one of them onto the
That's Zim.
Zim.
That's Zim.
Zim, what
Literally Zim.
are you doing?
Oh, I'm saying it wrong. Yeah, okay, Zim and then a colon.
Nothing.
It's like, why did I get spammed in the tower?
Zim, if you keep doing that to us, I swear to God, I'm gonna have that come back to bite you one of these days. He does that to me in my game too.
I mean, are these like DM magic missile rolling damage for yourself sort of thing?
Exactly.
Yeah, send it.
That's good. That's what I'm gonna be doing in the future.
All right, I switched to network. I think I'm stable.
You're sounding better.
Yeah.
Much better.
Okay, fingers crossed.
Hell yeah. I don't know.
Alright,
I'm
so-
keeping Eddie just on my back right now because I don't want to waste battery.
Gotcha.
All
What
right.
did I miss, by the way? A lot of it was
So
unintelligible.
Benny looks over at the professor and just goes, "You're not even using the right stance. How can you see through that thing? The sway must be goddamn awful. Let me see it."
Yes, you see, here we go. I'm
Do you
gonna
even know how to properly steady your breathing for the
he's
use of a
looking-
sniper rifle?
I'm not attempting to fire it or use it for that
No,
purpose,
you're not attempting to
so-
fire it, but you have a ×8 scope there. The amount of sway from your goddamn breathing. This
The
isn't a set of
professor is just
binoculars.
ignoring him at this point and looking through.
Do you have
give me
any
a
sort of
perception.
respect for this weapon?
Apparently, I do.
Alright. Yeah, so you can see quite clearly. It looks to be like maybe an old hotel almost. You're not 100% certain on that front, but it's clearly something.
It appears to be an old hotel, so yeah, I guess it might have a bar.
It may very well.
He squints at you softly, untrusting. Let me see.
He's gonna put the sniper rifle back on Toby.
No, let me see. He goes to try and grab the sniper rifle.
He's
That's what
gonna.
the sniper looks like, by the way.
Oh,
Oh,
there's
cool.
that
why
nothing showing.
Oh,
That's the official art.
that
He-
real pretty.
the professor's gonna tell Toby, bite him if he attempts to take it from you.
He attempts to take it.
Oh, hey, it automatically added the flame rifle and shower and eye rifle to his actions.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah,
that.
he's not shooting a flame rifle. Also, I don't think you guys have any ammo for them yet.
Yeah. Still no ammo.
Yeah, so he
Well-
it makes a snap and a bite, but you do manage to pull your hand back before it gets caught.
While everyone's arguing over a gun, I'm just off to the side
I'm still trying to grab the rifle.
practicing swordsmanship.
Well, if
You
you're
haven't
still
given me a
trying,
reason.
then you're going to get bit.
I mean, yeah.
That
but I
would be a
never even got-
guaranteed hit at that point.
I haven't been given an attempt yet.
So at this point, what are you going to do to make your attempt?
I'm going to
Sleight of
try
hand?
it. Yeah, sure, that works.
Do you have a skill point in it?
I have 2. I happen to be pretty good at it.
A 27 will probably beat Toby Kale's.
Except that it is wrapped into the saddlebag, so...
Yeah, but you just put it back, so it has. So I'm assuming he's trying to grab it as you're putting it back, sort of thing.
Yes.
So as you turn to go put it back, he reaches out, pulls his hand back to avoid a snap from Toby Kale, and then just sort of plucks it out. You were sliding it in, and it just slides all the way through.
And then he goes and aims it at the building to take a look.
See anything?
Yeah, he gets a nasty bite on the back of the head.
Well, first off, that's a clause.
Yeah, but it's the same thing for this.
Well, he made one attempt and succeeded, so... Right? So he only gets one attack at him.
No, that was after he took it and started aiming it.
So yeah, so he's basically, he turned around and started aiming. That's an opportunity for a second attack there. So yeah, the Toby Kale has just thumped you pretty hard. It hurts, but not enough to cause any significant damage.
So this is
still in-
something
Can we-
that I'm...
Still
Can
in
we
stamina.
cut the shit right now? For real? Let's be real. There's no ammo for the gun.
Surely there's
Come
a
on.
spell that allows you to see a bit further, right? Or we could just go there?
I mean, there's not one that lets me do it. But we probably should just go.
Yeah, let's just go.
Don't make me step between you two.
Right,
Benny-
so, sorry, you were
Benny
saying something,
glances-
Zim?
3.
Benny, did you actually get that damage applied to you?
I did.
Yes, he did. I can see it.
I can see it
Oh,
as well.
okay, it's not showing on the combat tracker.
It is showing in the party sheet, though.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're not in combat yet.
Well, it would still show. Unless because we leveled up, we have to re-add all of our characters to the combat tracker. That
That
might
would
be
suck.
the case.
No, but it has my current stats. Oh, there it is. It's been added for some reason. It took a minute, but it's in there now. I didn't do
Yeah,
anything.
because it was also showing only the old HP. Did you do something?
No, I didn't do anything. There is a refresh option here on next round.
Bet you that was it.
Interesting. Okay.
Let's hit next round. See what happens. Yeah, now it tracks it all.
Okay.
Interesting. I just wanted to
Whatever
make
works.
sure it wasn't broken or something. Alright. Anyways, yeah, we're going to the
Alright.
hotel.
Pellets
Well-
walking quite ahead of the rest. Board.
Benny slings the rifle and keeps it, by the way.
By this point, Sami's just throwing up her hands like, nope, not dealing with this.
Yep. Pellets long walked off.
Combined with a gesturing to Squeak, like, do you see what we're dealing with?
The professor doesn't bother fighting anymore. He continues on.
Alright, so as you approach the building, you can see that it was actually, whatever it was very high class. As you get closer, you think it may have potentially been a mansion or a hotel. You're still not 100% certain on that front. Whatever it is, it was fancy. You can see what looks to be the remnants of maybe an outdoor pool. As I said, about half the building appears to have been crushed, and it looks to be maybe a ship sticking out of half of the building. It's hard to tell because it's buried under multiple layers of concrete and dirt and overgrowth.
I don't think that was an original feature.
I'm gonna reach over my shoulders, grab the little handholds on Eddie's like front, and just like throw him up, and just tell him to get an aerial view.
All right. Aerial view, you can clearly see that there appears to be a crashed ship in the side of the building.
Hell yeah! How damaged does it look?
From what you can see, it looks fairly intact. You're not seeing any huge gaping holes.
No fires still burning.
No, it looks like it's overgrown. So whatever crash this was, it was crashed a long time ago.
I'm going to. I'll pull up the image on my the foldable, flexible screen attached to my forearm and show it to Benny. You know what kind of ship this is?
Benny glances over casually to it. I assume I know what ship it is.
You've never seen this design before.
What?
No matter what you roll, you have never seen this design before.
What the fuck? What is that?
Hey, I've never seen it. I don't thought you might. Holy shit.
Benny also has Ace Pilot as his theme.
Yes.
Okay, so I would have the same, no matter what, not getting it.
Yeah,
result.
so you can all look at this ship as much as you like. You can, even if you had connection, this spotty connection to the Nexus or the net, whatever it is, you can't find anything even remotely related to this.
What does it look like?
Zim, do you have the image yet?
No, it
Sim's
has
still
not been finished.
Buried.
Okay.
Oh, this is a functional ship.
I mean, it looks intact.
I say we investigate it at least.
yeah.
Is there any sign of a survivor?
I
It's
unsling
looking
the
pretty-
rifle and scope
There
in
are
on it.
trees growing out of it.
I just casually
On
run
top
the-
of it, I hope.
Well, yeah, but trees. I
Mhm.
don't think anybody who landed with that ship is classified as a survivor anymore.
Mm.
I think they're a
least not
settler
here.
at this point,
Yeah.
or an ancestor.
Mm.
Oh, by the way,
I believe you mean offspring. I would hope. I mean, ancestors come first.
Yeah, like the thought was anybody who landed in that ship is an ancestor at this point, not a survivor.
Yep.
you think that thing's functional?
I mean, we can go find out.
Could it hurt?
I guess.
I mean, if nobody's around, it can't hurt.
We could all get on there and just get some nice tetanus. Why not? Let's go.
I don't
Alright, so
know if reptiles get tetanus.
as you guys sort of get close enough to the building, you can see that you're going to have to go partway through the building just to get to the ship. Because it's buried itself nicely in. It looks like it came in straight on, just crashing into it.
We're gonna have fun getting that out, aren't we?
Maybe. Might be able to just repair it and kind of not care about the building. I don't care about the building anyway, but
No. But I mean, if there's gonna be an entrance to it or one of the airlocks, I think it's the only shot.
I don't.
I mean, we could.
So, is there
I want-
anything we can roll, kind of like knowing about ship design in general, to have a baseline of where to start looking for entrances to this thing? Or is it too old for that?
You can see it's a relatively large ship. It's slightly bigger than what the cruise liner would have been.
How
There
big
are
is this building? Jeez.
It's a resort.
building. Yeah, think a hotel resort sort of thing.
This is Pleasure Beach.
So the building itself is about 4 stories tall, but a lot wider. Speaking of that, can I get everyone to make me a perception roll? Except for Benny, you can take an additional +5 with it.
Oh, wow. Ears? Hold on, let me get the modifier going here. Right, I can type it in. +5. There we go.
I don't
Hey,
think it
I got
matters.
the same exact thing with both of my characters.
Perception. Here we go.
And me.
So, with a +11. Natural
Oh.
20. Guys, I broke
like to-
30.
Yeah, it's the first roll to break 30. Holy fuck! I'm gonna be arguing with Pellet. Actually, not really arguing, but more trying to convince him that that the hotels were actually, like, resorts in general, are actually a plot to make sure that all like biologicals are too lazy and kind of like unphysically fit to resist any sort of rebellion, or to create any sort of rebellion
Human
by the
batteries.
government. Yeah.
Human batteries.
So,
That too.
Benny,
Yeah.
you see the bar.
The bar!
And
I scope in on the bar.
And now there's a Benny-shaped hole in the wall straight to the bar.
Yeah, it was near the pool. Some old sort of bits of wooden rubble nearby. Maybe they were deck chairs at one point. But yes, it looks to be that you can definitely see that there used to be a bar right here.
noticing this immediately,
Wait.
a
you
pellet
s-
turns towards
Hold
Ricky,
on.
says, "One moment," and rushes
Okay.
off.
Simimi also does actually see it. Toby Kale sees it, but doesn't really have an easy way of communicating that, hey, there's a bar over there.
I mean, he
So I'm
can
not sure
very
how Toby-
easily communicate it off to the professor through the AI and stuff.
Oh yeah, the AI would identify it. But the professor didn't see it directly, even with a 20.
Pellet, rather, he doesn't see it, of course, but he sees
No,
the
You do all see Benny go running off.
the blur that is Benny.
If there's
The
anything
professor
left, it's going to be
just,
aged to perfection.
The professor just leaves gives out a very long groan.
We are so leaving a 1-star review.
Are you sure we can't
ha-
just leave
Half
him
a building,
behind?
half a star.
Yeah, this is the new purpose of the campaign: is the Starfinder.
We leave Yelp reviews.
Travelocity, excuse you.
No, we need to be able to review all businesses. We need to do Yelp. So what do I see when I get to the bar?
You can see it's very old. A lot of the wooden wood of the area is fairly well destroyed just from age. You can see there are several damaged and destroyed bottles and glass fragments underneath the bar.
Are there any left?
Not directly underneath the bar, but there is a large fridge that's still sealed by the looks of it. Near the back.
Oh no. He slowly opens the fridge like it's like, you know, the holy grail. Like he's been going fast this whole time. He's opening this very gently. He's being like, this is an unboxing video all of a sudden.
Hey guys.
There are a couple of bottles still intact inside. You
Can I
can't
read?
read. You can't read what's on them. It's in a language you do not understand.
Okay, by this point, I think we probably caught up, and frankly, I don't believe it. So I'm going to detect magic on this fridge because what?
There's no magic. It's a sort of an industrial-sized fridge.
Benny
not-
holds up his hand and says,
It's,
"Don't any of you touch this? These bottles are probably worth a fortune."
it's not running. The bottles are obviously old. They're a little bit weathered, but in an industrial-sized fridge that's been sealed closed is going to have a pretty good. They're not going to be cold, but will still be intact.
Pellet folds his arms. If you're drinking any of that,
I
I'm too.
do not disrespect alcohol of this particular age. These are ancient. These are relics.
At this point, I don't know if it's alcohol or just acid.
See, that's the thing about alcohol. It's always alcohol.
Sometimes it's water and other stuff.
Sometimes it turns into vinegar.
Well, then this is very valuable vinegar.
What?
It
Are,
is
are you,
both
so you're going to carry this then?
It is
Yes!
both wine and vinegar until the bottle is opened, I guess.
The very fact that it is alcohol and it is of this age makes it incredibly rare.
Well, as
Well,
long as you're the one
this
carrying
is-
it.
This is probably more expensive than anything we had on the yacht. I can't even read this. It's so valuable.
That's
This is
not
probably the
greatest-
last surviving alcohol of its kind. This needs to be studied and reproduced.
Are you sure it's not radioactive?
Who the hell makes radioactive booze?
An apocalypse.
Well, it's not glowing.
It's day.
He like mostly
The
closes the, fridge
professor's
and, like,
gonna-
peers in.
Walk over. You know, this might actually be useful as fuel if we find a ship to get us off of here.
You
I don't
are
think those
deaf.
bottles will be nearly enough.
You're deaf and an idiot, and yes. No-
At
that
least it
is
might
not
be
even
ninja.
that likely isn't even compatible fuel. That would be
I
compatible
think I might
fuel
be able to
eons
adapt
ago.
it. Yes,
No,
in fact,
you
I'm
are
very
not-
certain I could adapt it.
I would prefer digging in the ground for crude oil like old millionaires made their money.
Then
Everyone-
go ahead.
Everyone. If he's willing to carry it, I don't mind him doing so.
That's kind of his thing.
I
I
don't
start-
see how it.
I start quickly shoving it in my sack and like in any pockets I can carry.
Hey, careful. Don't break them. That's gonna be a mess.
I know what I'm doing, don't worry.
Just saying.
One of those bottles gets cracked and the backpack just dissolves.
He just, in one of the bottles, he takes it, he kind of holds it up to the light to see if he can see through the bottle, to see like the contents of the bottle.
The contents is a very dark red.
Ooh, oh, that's wine.
Maybe a port wine.
Ooh. Ooh.
I don't even know if
Port
this would be
wine is
considered a
this
port
old.
wine.
God.
And when I say very dark, I mean very dark.
I'm gonna continue making my way through the building.
You have 5
The
bottles
professor
total.
will accompany Ricky.
You have 2 very dark red, 1 a yellow, 1 a
Ooh.
white, and 1 a pink.
Ooh.
That's Pepto-Bismol for after you drink the rest of it.
This is clearly a red wine, but it has been so diluted, it is almost a white wine.
Or a rosé.
Fair.
A Moscato.
Moscato doesn't turn red. Moscato isn't pink. I know because I have some in my fridge.
I am
I'd
not
actually just
as...
be cherry wine.
Cherry wine.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Bess, if
made
you
me
want to add
curious
that, if you
now.
want to add that to your inventory,
Oh, sorry.
uh,
What was it
alright.
again?
So you got 2 red,
Hold on.
1 white, 1 yellow, 1 pink.
Do they count as bulk one each just because he's
Right.
taking it very carefully to,
Yes, they will be counting towards your bulk.
Pink.
Because I'm assuming you're also trying to take the very careful with them.
Yes.
Alright, well that's being done. I'm start to head back out towards the pool. I'm merely curious if any valuables were left there.
Oh, just the bulk.
Alright. Just click on bulk and type 1, I think.
I'm trying to do that, but that's not working. Can you try to do that? See if that works for you? That might be like a GM function, because I can't do that.
It's not letting me either. A moment. You got to click on the little sort of the symbol next to it. Go to bulk in that, and change it to 1. I'm just doing them now.
Little symbol next to it.
Yeah, it could.
no, you can
Arch.
just click the box in bulk and put in that.
I was
I
trying
tried
to
to do
but
that.
So
Oh,
I think you
that
have to
really
unlock it
is.
first. I think you have to unlock it first, because if you go to the IDs, they're usually locked.
Yeah, that's probably why I could only do it as GM.
No, if we type it in manually, we can do it.
All right. So your pellet was looking outside to see if there was any valuables left
Yeah.
in the pool area. Give me a perception.
We're just popping off.
You guys
That's
really
my
are.
first of the night.
That's a lot of 20s you guys have rolled so far, and there's been a couple of hilarious bad rolls as well.
Hey, quickly, throw combat at us.
No, don't. We've used
Now,
them.
now that you've wasted all your 20s, sure.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Give me a moment. Let me find a respectable item for you to have found. There's a natural 20 on an ancient.
Ancient resort.
Is this like pre-gap stuff?
Pardon, sorry?
Is this like pre-gap stuff?
What gap?
The gap was only about 3,000 years ago, so probably.
Huh. Where would the Skaven be with us right now? Would they be outside still?
They'd be following, probably following Toby closely.
Okay.
Probably because Toby still has the other Skaven, and he just stays nearby because he doesn't know what else to do.
Oh
Being
no,
a pack animal.
Toby went
That's
ahead
fair.
and ate the rest of it.
Okay. In
For
that case, he'd
breakfast.
probably be staying as close as he can to Samimi.
Mm-hmm.
Being a pack animal and being a fairly low order on the pack animal, he follows the stronger rats.
I imagine she probably has no problems letting him follow along by holding her tail.
Okay, yeah, just waiting on that.
Yep, just trying to find it now. So it looks. So you find what looks to be like a normal rock at first, but you get a feeling from it that it may not just be a standard rock.
All right, I have, well, with that I have no spells or anything with which to do it, so I go.
You just have a
inquire to
gut
others.
feeling.
I do go to Smimi and ask if there's anything unusual she notices about this.
What is a hygiene kit weigh so much?
Hey, detect magic is a cantrip. What am I seeing?
I've put it in the inventory for party sheet.
Whoa.
That's probably actually going to take a mysticism for me to identify.
That won't be hard enough to identify it. Well, you can identify it as an iron stone, but you don't know, or a aeon stone, but you don't know what it does.
Okay.
If you click on the ID, when you open it up with the little arch, if you click on the ID, it'll show up as like an unknown item for us.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. Cool.
Yep. Which means I can't try again until tomorrow.
Okay.
But yes, it's then you can identify it is magical and it is an aeon stone, but the type you can't tell what it is.
Okay. I'm gonna hang on to it.
Cool. Yes, you feel like it's a good, like it was a good choice. Feel it's a good thing that you found.
I see.
At this point, Benny's probably finished packing his alcohol in the middle of his bag with soft paddable things around it.
Mainly my hygiene kit.
Didn't have a bedroll or anything?
Um,
Or a sleeping bag?
let's see. Lantern, hygiene kit, data pad, comm unit, canteen,
See,
binders.
and this is why we need to have brought all of the extra Skaven clothes.
Yeah, no. Don't have that thing.
Yeah, all right. Actually, everyone can add a like a sleeping bag or something like that to their inventory, because I did say at the very beginning that the life raft you crashed in did have that with it.
Am I literally the only one that actually planned ahead on things?
By the looks of it,
Probably,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I
I've
planned
got
ahead
a
a little bit.
bedroll, I got a blanket, I got all these things, and
So, in my defense, I was gonna buy it all, but the GM explicitly said you will be able to craft all of this on the fly.
Also, we were starting on a luxury cruise. Why would I have any of this? I am not here for my survival. I'm here to partay. Why am I planning ahead to crash?
You see, for the professor it made sense because he was planning on going camping to study creatures. Whereas yes, the rest of you weren't exactly planning on being in the wilderness.
yeah, I guess that makes sense. What is the difference between a sleeping bag and a bedroll, though?
Bedroll is just the foam protection down the bottom. The sleeping bag is the actual bag that you sleep in.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
so
foam pad,
I get
the bedroll.
basically I get to sleep more comfortably. I'm
Oh,
okay
yeah.
with
A
this.
bedroll is mostly used to stop small rocks and stuff bothering you when you're asleep.
I mean, it's 2 to 3 inches of memory foam. That's actually quite nice.
That's not bad.
That's a pretty good one. I generally only had about an inch or so of foam when I went camping.
Well, that's what it says here. So, I will take one of those sleeping bags. I mean, I got a blanket, but, you know, having a sleeping bag can help, too.
But yeah, so
Then
you
you'll just
managed to
carefully-
pack the alcohol away within the sleeping bag to the point that you're confident it's fairly safe.
I make sure to, like, you know, turn the sleeping bag over on itself a few times, flip it a few different directions, make sure nothing falls out or is loose. Like Benny's gonna be like absolutely thorough with this.
The only thing that can, I'll roll at this point, the only thing that'll damage them would be potentially combat, and I'm assuming the party does things like drops backpacks at the beginning of combat.
They'd be pretty cumbersome, especially for pellet. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's always been, at least in D&D, you know, what's the very first action you do? I take a free action to drop my backpack. I'm now unencumbered. So I always consider backpacks to never really be cumbering you for combat reasons.
That's fair.
Well, yeah, the professor rolls out his bedroll, brings out the sleeping bag. He's going to take last shift this time. And
Is it nighttime?
I thought we were settling down.
It's like didn't we
establishing camp, but not sleeping yet because we're going to be investigating the building for.
Yeah, it's only mid-afternoon, so you still do have a number of hours of light.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was still midday.
Well, Ricky and the professor are exploring the rest of the building.
So Mimi's going to come along when she started exploring the interior. She just didn't really care about the pool area.
Once Benny has everything packed, he starts to notice that he's mostly alone, and he's like, "I don't like this," and starts following.
All right.
Well, we were probably
everyone-
long gone by the time you got done.
At least he has
So-
some survival instinct.
I assume
Everyone
you guys
but
would have been
Benny?
going. Yeah.
Give me a perception in the tower, because Benny would have been packing his alcohol.
Though Pellet, he might know where Pellet is, because Pellet's at the pool. And I thought you said
Well-
that the pool was right next to it.
After the pool, he went to Samimi.
I'm excited to see. I mean, I'm excited to not see.
Oh, so your drone actually manages to very nicely map out a path on how to get to the ship in the most efficient way possible. It does mean climbing through a couple of broken walls, but it gives you a very efficient path if you want to go straight there.
So right
I give,
now
I
it
give him
would
a solid
be.
fist bump.
So right now it would be Ricky and the professor heading towards the ship, with Pellet and Samimi wandering through the building, and then Benny, I guess, trying
taking
to find
care of his
them.
alcohol.
Yeah.
This would have been while he was packing. So you guys managed to find a pretty neat path through. Samimi, you can see, actually spoke to me and Pellet, you guys can pretty much just see ruined room after ruined room. They would have been nice at one point, but they're mostly just with the windows gone and weather from probably a long time, just having worn it down. So most, you know, like you can see there was a bed there at one point, but now it's a pile of rotting wood.
So
I would like to.
full on walking through that city from near Automata.
I would like to, using my integrated comm device, just kind of tell everyone through the radio. Hey, I think I found a path to get to the ship.
Oh, okay.
Here, it's actually I got a really nice map. Like, check this shit out. And he did this on his own. Fucking
Then
mint.
I think I trust it a little more then.
You trust him a little bit more? Hey man,
Like a
I can take this map away just as soon as I gave it to you, okay?
The ship's pretty big. I
Screenshot.
can see it.
We already screenshot. He's a master at this.
Then he just like taps in the comms. That's not how downloads work.
First of all, you're on my hotspot right now. Second of all, okay, that's fair. That's true. That's not how they work.
Well,
Well,
it
share-
is right
share the
about
map.
at our time to end.
All right.
Yeah, we could
We've
launch
got
right
a
into
full-
exploring it.
We've got a full 7 minutes left. Let's go.
Let's break open this bigger ship.
Let's at least all gather to the ship first and group up and then.
Yeah. And there's no struggles getting to the ship. You can identify there are several hatches and doors all along the ship. So the brief description is it appears to be a large ship. The sort of the central area appears to be dominated mostly by a huge gem of some sort.
Ooh.
Could be a gem, could be a crystal. You're not quite sure. It appears to be slightly cracked. You can see fractures all around the edges and all through the middle of it. It's crystal clear though, so you can see the cracks very nicely. Yeah, you've never seen a ship that's had anything like this.
Is this thing powered off of that crystal?
Thank you, Light4.
The question is, how long have you been sitting on that?
Since the start of the description of the ship. Because I didn't want to interrupt while he was talking.
Well done.
But yes, we'll call it there, and hopefully next session we'll have a image to show you of the ship.
I'm very excited.
Yes, very exciting. I enjoyed this.
It was nice. I'm assuming that like a lot of kind of off-screen chattering has been going on with Squeak that we just didn't talk about because we've got a lot of hours that we were killing by walking and not a lot of else
yeah,
going
so-
on, so
The main basic idea behind Squeak at the moment is once you actually get the ship, which you're basically at now, the ship does actually require a crew to work. So it would be we're going to open it up so people on the stream can use their Kobold coins, is it? To buy themselves an NPC.
I haven't decided if it'll be the marks or the crowns, but we'll figure that out.
But basically, we're going to let people who view the stream become an NPC on the ship.
Red
Because
shirts,
it's
of
going-
course.
It's going to need minimum 20 people to crew it.
But we're gonna red shirt them, of course.
Naturally.
You're going to have red shirts, and then if a viewer buys it, they get upgraded to maroon shirt.
Crimson after that, right?
Pardon, sorry?
I'm assuming after that it becomes crimson, right?
Well, depending on the viewer, some people will be able to be more active. But the idea is instead of just having nameless NPCs on the ship, viewers can become part of the crew.
part of the crew, part of the ship, part of the crew, part of the ship.
Hey man, we can go Eldritch. They literally become part of the ship.
Part of the ship, part of
In
the
the
crew.
Pack World supplement, there's some biological ship types.
There are, yes.
Is that the one that got put into the COVID bundle?
I don't know. I just kind of downloaded the PDF.
But no, the ship you're on is a unique design. Made just for
Interesting.
you.
I can't wait to fly this thing.
Oh, it is. Okay, so it is the Starfinder Pact Worlds campaign setting is part of the COVID-19 bundle on Humble Bundle.
And if you do Humble Bundle, remember Zim is a partner. Just type in /humble, I think it is, into the chat. Let me do this myself.
Exclamation point, humble.
Exclamation.
But yes, please consider supporting. Also, part of your purchase will go to support a local charity called Best Friends Animal Society here in Utah. They help with basically, you know, I just can't think of it right now. I'll be honest.
And
But,
I haven't forgotten that we did get the donation goal. So the donation goal, you will find out what it is. It is part of the ship.
And just to have everything kind of out there, because this is our kind of first streamed session, that is how most of our donation goals for this campaign are going to go, right?
That's the goal. Most of them will be a upgrade for the party or something for the entire party, not for an individual person. Because I feel if it's a single item, then it's only one person, and I want the donation goals to feel like it's for everyone.
You're welcome,
Okay.
guys.
So, the next question is Squeak supposed to be Tasha Yar or Commander Worf or Wesley?
Probably closer to Neelix.
Oh, Neelix. Okay.
Well, guys, let's go ahead and end here. Thank you all so much for joining us for our first stream of Retrograde Renegades. We will be back next week with more. Do tune in for that. I will be back tomorrow with some Total War, Warhammer 2, possibly some Animal Crossing, and maybe some RimWorld. We'll see what I decide to do tomorrow. But those are some options of what I might do. Yeah, I believe it's Rescues and Adoptions, Mortis. They're a good company, or a good charity. I actually looked into them thoroughly before choosing to, you know, support them. A lot of charities do a, you know, they got 50% of it as quote-unquote overhead, which goes to the people running it, and Best Friends, I believe, are 80% for what the charity actually stands for, and then only 20% for the overhead fees and whatnot. But yeah, they're a good company, or a good charity. And of course, you know, you're supporting the channel as well. If you're buying a bundle, you get to decide how that's all split up as well. Literally, you can give all of your purchase to the channel, and I would definitely be very grateful, but you get to decide. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye, guys.
Bye.